night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero. There's an African legend that says, in a race between a lion and a deer, many times the deer wins. Because the lion runs for food, but the deer runs for life. The moral of the story is this: purpose is more powerful than need. When your why is as strong as your need to breathe, nothing can outrun your will.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I just know we found something so loud from the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground from the sanctuary.
So one of my favorite stories is in a mother's womb were two babies, and one turns to the other and says, "Do you believe in life after delivery?" And the other replies, "Why, of course, there has to be something after delivery. Maybe we're here to prepare ourselves for what will be later." "Nonsense," said the first. "There's no life after delivery. What kind of life would that be?" "I don't know," said the second, "but there'll be more light than here. Maybe we'll walk with our legs and eat with our mouths. Maybe we'll have other senses we can't understand now. First goes, that's ridiculous. Walking is impossible, and eating with our mouths, that's absurd. The umbilical cord is what scientifically supplies nutrition and all that we need, but it's far too short. Life after delivery is to be logically excluded. And the second says, what if it's just different than it is here? Maybe we don't need that physical cord anymore. The first goes, okay, if there were life after delivery, then tell me, why has no one ever come back from there? Delivery is the end of life, and in the after delivery is nothing but darkness and silence and oblivion. It takes us nowhere. And the second says, but certainly we'll meet Mother, and she'll take care of us. The first goes, Mother? You actually believe in Mother? If Mother exists, where is she now? And the second goes, she's all around us. We are of her. It is in her that we live. Without her, this world would not and could not exist. And the first says, I don't see her. It's only logical that she's not here. To which the second replied, sometimes, when you're in silence and you really listen, you can perceive her presence. You can hear her loving voice calling down from above.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
I am struggling extremely with mental health issues, and I am trying to do that whilst being FTFE. And unfortunately, talking to flat earthers is quite painful.
All right. Thank you, Craig.
Riverside, wait for me, I'll be coming home.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no sweater.
Gravy make a splash like Pippin. Shit, that's nothing. Splash.
I remember when I lost my mind. Yeah.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, SSUM on the Rumble side. I was able to use the chat earlier, but the video wasn't playing yet. And now that the video is playing, I can't fucking use the chat. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that dumb shit. I don't know. It's about halfway driving me nuts, though. But anyway, how'd you like that Cash Patel guy? Look at that sky. This is great. That's good old cockeyed Cash. Boy, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of people in here tonight. Already 106 people already. Look at this. We got 4 people backstage. I'm going to bring them up here in just a second. Look at, we got Valley Parks, Memorial Gardens, Heresy Seed, the Chicago Cubby Bear, who is backstage too. We got Greg B's here tonight, Malone and Sloan, Heresy Seed, Kim Ray, Tanya D, Brad and Tasha, one or both. Either way, we love having them here. They're really good. We got Subi Ratio. We got Roger Ledwell, Edwin Johnson, the Celtic Warrior, Ryan McVeigh. Austin Murphy's here with us. Haven't seen you in a little bit there, Austin. Good to see you, my friend. Sarah G's here with us. DJ New Moon, Malone and Sloan. Let's see. I think I did that one. Post anything too. Justin Johnson, Veronica Joseph. Holy crap. LJ, Saddlebomb, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Look at all these people that are in here tonight. Gordzilla's with us as well. Lord Racer. Here I am. Brian Roy. Crap almighty. Look at there's Mr. Mojo Rising, right? That's our guy. Mojo Shop. What's happening, buddy? We got Deborah Clark's here with us again tonight. Good to see you, my dear. And if I keep going through all these fucking names, we're never going to get anybody up here. We're never going to get into nothing. So let me bring them up in the order that they came. We got D-Man. We got JPA. We got Matt Prince, and we got Chicago Cubby Bear. Look at there. How you doing, fellas?
Howdy, everybody. What's up?
Hey, good gravy. You've been getting a lot of full houses lately.
Geez, I know. We've been getting the views, man. It's not doing too bad. I'll tell you. We're, well.
Gonna need more psyops.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta see the psyop within the psyop. You see, you know what they're doing. You got all these people saying, "Oh, Israel did it." There's no way that kid shot, and I agree. You know, that story is fucking purposely made to look stupid and fucking ridiculous so that you'll fucking see it. Holy crap! They couldn't make it any more plain and obvious for you to see. But
I'm
that's
waiting.
all. We'll see what that is to get you all arguing, everybody arguing about who actually shot him. Oh, it was the bodyguard with a secret spy gun. Oh no, it was the guy from the front. Or no, it was this guy, or it was that guy. Here's the reality: there was no fucking shooter. Okay, that's the psyop. Think about this, people. They're already putting fucking concrete down and shit, doing construction at a crime scene where absolutely zero fucking investigation took place. Nothing was cordoned off. Nobody preserved the crime scene. Nobody did any shit to check for. They certainly didn't fucking bring in metal detectors and look for a bullet. Have we got a recovered bullet yet? I mean, Christ Almighty! In 1963, they recovered bullet fragments from a bullet that struck an overpass. Okay. In the Kennedy assassination.
They caught the magic bullet, the one that did 7 turns.
What in the world are we doing here? You know, they haven't recovered no bullet automatically. It's this guy, and oh, by the way, he's a tranny and a lefty, and and he's radical. And this is all so set up. And I'll guarantee you, I don't believe but a handful of people have actually got fired for anything they said on TikTok or anything. I think they're putting people out there to purposely rile people the fuck up so that they'll feel they can get the people behind them justified to pass these anti-speech laws. Because let's face it, all we're seeing this by is from influencers. Let me ask everybody up here. Anybody personally know anybody that's lost their job or, you know, heard of anybody in their circle or anything?
Well, I mean, I don't hang around with scumbags, so I don't really.
I mean, you know, I'm sure you don't just know all good people. I mean, within your community, you know, somebody you know or something.
I don't know anybody.
See, and this is the thing. This is the narrative they're trying to push, and they're showing these people, you know, on purpose, coming up on screen and crying about the fucking, oh, I lost my job, and acting crazy and shit like that. That's to get people on board with this. I don't think there's as many of these people that actually exist as you think, or as they're trying to make you think. But just judging by what they're trying to push through these laws where you're not allowed to, Matt, you're going to have to turn your mic off or something while you're tapping shit.
So I don't even think it's legal to be taking people's jobs. I think there'd be lots of lawsuits probably.
I live in a state that's called a right to work state, okay? Which means that the fucking employer can fire you just because he doesn't like the way you fucking look, okay? It's a private business, and you know, they have that prerogative because it's a private business.
That's fucking crazy.
It is, but here's the thing. And this is the irony in this. Charlie Kirk was supposedly shot for his free speech, right? Yet these people don't think that there's anybody can do a repercussion like fire them from a job because of their free speech. Now, you're still alive. You're still alive. You just got to go find another job. Maybe learn a lesson about keep your fucking mouth shut about stuff, you know, in certain situations. If indeed that shit's real. But I don't think there's as much as that they're letting on. I think that they're actually purposely flooding the media and the social media for you to see these retards, you know, as you see them with the rings in their noses, and they purposely look and fucking freakazoid. And then, you know, oh, I lost my job today because of this, or they come on and say some hateful shit about somebody getting killed. Now, the thing is that bad taste? Yes, it is. Does it really hurt anyone? No. Does it direct someone to go and hurt someone else? No, it doesn't. So I don't understand, what is this fucking hate speech that they're talking about? What is that?
I never seen anybody lose their job before over hate speech, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, the thing is that you can. I mean, there was another guy who was it lost their late night guy lost his job because he merely just reiterated what the Wall Street Journal said.
Jimmy Kimmel.
No, fuck.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel's the latest victim anyway, so they say.
Might be. I don't know. They all start looking alike to me after a while.
Yeah.
But the thing was, he just merely said that it was, the same thing that the Wall Street Journal had reported, and he's going to lose his job over it. See, there's an agenda behind this. There is definitely this agenda, and they're pushing it too hard. Methinks the Lady Doth protests too much. We've got to do something about this. Now, this is another reason that they're fomenting getting you to believe that this guy was shot and making it fucking obvious that Israel had motive. Making it fucking plain to see. Now, why would they do this? Because that's how Israel thinks that they bring in the fucking Messiah, is by having the whole world go to war against them. And so it's like they're trying to almost like enrage the world with this shit. So here we got all this stuff that's come out, that Charlie Kirk was offered $1.5 million by Netanyahu to fund for money toward his Turning Point USA, and he turned it down. And he'd been openly critical of Netanyahu and the practices in Gaza, especially like about the last couple of months. There's reports that he was taken someplace with a bunch of other influencers, and they tried to strong arm him into shilling harder for fucking Israel, and also bullied him about having people like Tucker Carlson and people that have spoken out about the atrocities in Gaza and the practices of Israel. And they were trying to strong arm him into not having those people around and shit anymore. So they're making it look really guilty on Israel. Now, if you actually believe that he was assassinated, he really was killed, then you would be inclined to look in that direction, especially given this obviously preposterous, put it right in your face so that you'd have to be a complete fucking retard to believe the official story. And I think that's why it's been put out there like that. You see, they want you to see. They want you to go, oh, this is corrupt. This is fucked up. These people are covering for somebody. Who is it? Oh, it must be Israel, because Israel's, the controls the United States and all this other, which is true. But they're really trying to generate some hatred going on here. They really are. It's like they're pushing for something. And I'm hearing people talking like rattling sabers, like they're ready to, turn this to a hot fight. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I lost my OnlyFans account, but that's all right. I mean, I can always. I think Chippendale still has my chaps, so hard times.
That's all right,
well,
Chad.
I have my own mail review called Chunkendales. We're not quite as fit as the Chippendales guys, but
yeah.
we rock that dad bod thing, and I understand that's pretty hot right now.
Oldie Dales.
Oldie Dales. Oh shit. Come on, check this out. He got.
But yeah, I mean, look, hey, people are asking, would people fall for a 2020 situation again? Well, I don't know about you, but it sure looks like a whole lot of people are falling for this. So.
Yep.
May not be that, but it's something.
Vote for Charlie.
I got a quick question for you. You ever stand up and stub your toe right away? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not where I thought you were going with that, but yeah,
I've done it. That's what I did here. I just did it, man. It hurts like a son-bitch. But quick question: did anybody hear anything about a manifesto?
No.
I heard something yesterday. And
the closest we have is this exchange of text messages between him and his transvestite boyfriend, the Trantifa guy. Ooh. And wow. There is no way that's real. There's no way that's real.
Supposedly he left him a note or something, but it got destroyed. But the FBI still got we're able to recover what was on it or something. I don't know. Who knows? The stories are crazy, but not necessarily a manifesto, but a note that probably may as well have been.
So It was a note, not a man. I heard something.
You know, in those text messages, he even says, now, why would he even take time to mention this in these text messages? Remember when I was engraving those bullets?
Yeah.
What?
And that he was so upset that his grandpa didn't know he took his rifle. Like,
yeah, because it was
that's the worst
very
thing.
yes, because now you got to think about this, man. He said right away, he goes, oh, they arrested some crazy old man. Now, when that happened, he was running off the roof without a rifle and getting off the roof. So how would he have known that happened? Now, he also said because it was a really unique looking rifle. There was nothing unique looking about that rifle. In fact, if you pull up the rifle online, it looks just like that. It's exactly the same. That's boom. It looks like one of 1,000 fucking rifles. There's nothing unique about it. And I'll tell you another thing. That ain't no $2,000 fucking scope on that.
No.
There's no way.
So
I'm sorry. $2,000, you should be getting some fucking infrared filters and shit in there too, man. That would be some heavy duty shit. Hell, you don't even pay $2,000 for that fucking gun. That's just retarded.
We sell those at Walmart. Yeah.
What, the Mauser?
Mossberg?
No, it's
not a Mauser. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure not a Mauser. No. Probably had to go to Big Five or something.
Yeah, that was a real small scope. That wasn't no big money scope.
No.
Big money scopes are much bigger than that. They're bigger. The scope diameter itself is much bigger. They have a much bigger hood on the front. They're much, much, much more money. If he got $2,000 for that, he got robbed.
Yeah. And so he's worried that his grandfather was going to wonder where it was at. And then he goes, oh, shit, he's trying to call me. He's probably wondering where that gun's at. I'm not going to answer. So they're making all this emphasis. He tells exactly what he did, that he, went and changed and stashed the gun in the woods and all that. Everything you need for this narrative they're trying to sell is in that fucking text. And what kid that age calls a cop car a fucking squad car?
Yeah.
Nobody. That was somebody else wrote that, or AI or something. Anyway, just to lighten things up, I found this is good. How many of y'all are football fans?
Not new football, but yeah, semi.
I ran across this and I thought it was pretty cool. Somebody used AI to create reimagined NFL stadiums based on the team's names. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Check this out. Here's the Baltimore Ravens. Hold on. Actually, that's an eclipse, but that's a fake eclipse. There we go.
Nice. Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That was my team.
There's the Steelers.
Yeah. Like hell. Yeah.
Well, the hat come down and killed the whole team.
Arizona Cardinals. I like that one. I think that one's pretty cool. That one. All aquariums around the outside. That's racist. That's racist. Cincinnati Bengals.
The Vikings.
Oh, that's kind of reminiscent of Rome. Detroit Lions. New England Patriots. Oh, yeah.
Firing guns off. That's great.
Las Vegas Raiders. Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't that used to be Oakland?
Yeah, it used to be. They moved.
Yeah, they moved out of there because it's a dump.
Just
I
like
didn't know. I
the
didn't
Chargers moved from San Diego to LA. It's yeah.
Wow. Okay. Broncos. Hey,
That's right down the street. Yeah, for me.
Oh, the horse pissed on the fans.
From the Denver airport. Put blue ones up there, like you have at the airport.
I went down there. I didn't see the horse at the airport.
Didn't you?
No, and they took down half the gargoyles too, and they were painting over a couple of the murals they had on the wall.
Oh yeah, I heard they had painted over some of the murals.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
They're remodeling the whole airport. Yeah.
Yeah, all those crazy paintings they did, depicting what was the end of the world or nuclear holocaust or some kind of stuff at the airport, Denver.
Yeah.
They had a Sierra Leone portrait on the wall.
There was some crazy shit in there, and then they were like trolling people because man, this thing went way over budget. They changed building crews so many times. It wasn't even funny.
Do you think there's something underneath that airport that people been saying over the years, that there's a base or something, or a dome or something under it?
There's something under everything.
Yeah. It's under me.
There's something under everything.
Well,
there's a whole lot under us.
From some of the shit that I heard, they built these buildings, they excavated, built these buildings, fired the people that excavated first, then brought in a crew to build this building. Then they fired that crew, and then they had another crew come in and bury the building.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, there was all kinds of shit. This thing went millions of dollars over budget. It's more inconvenient for people that are to get to and from the airport from Denver. The Denver airport was already there was no problems with it. They didn't have any problems with space or anything else like that. So there was no real reason to build this in the first place. And then to put all that kind of symbolism into it.
Yeah.
Just nuts. Just nuts.
So in the private chat, I threw 6 in there, 6 links, if you want to check them out during the show. Just in generals. Little this, little that.
All right. Yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, we'll get this. Hell yeah. I will have to limit my time tonight, though. I got to work again tomorrow.
Chippendales?
Yeah.
Well, I hear if you go to NASA's website, they'll take you right to an OnlyFans page, too.
That was wild.
God. You for real?
Yeah.
Tell them what happened, Roger.
Okay, I clicked on one of their pics from space.
Yeah.
And I went to it. They had a PDF to download the file for the so-called picture from space, and it took me right to an OnlyFans site when I clicked on the PDF.
Oh my God!
Only space fan, only space site.
Yeah. So that's how the nerds are hooking up nowadays. They go to the NASA website.
NASA photos are clandestine. It's in the metadata.
I think
actually.
You know how efficient our House of Representatives and the government is when it comes to anything for Israel? Just in this year alone, during the Charlie Kirk assassination, they passed the Boebert bill, which punishes anyone who boycotts Israel, passed the bill to increase their spending by $9 billion of your taxpayer money to give to Israel so they can commit a Holocaust. They passed the bill to impose sanctions on the ICC for charging Netanyahu as a war criminal, in which he is. They passed a bill for loan guarantees, weapons guarantees for Israel. They've just introduced a bill to revoke any passports or deny passports to anyone who criticizes the government of Israel. The Republicans and Democrats alike can vote on all of these bills and pass them, but we can't get them to agree on releasing the Epstein files, bringing to justice pedophiles and human traffickers at the highest, most elite levels, and protecting these victims. We can't agree on that, but we can pass fucking 5, 6, 7 bills for anything for Israel. Meanwhile, American citizens like you and I struggle. Grocery prices have not gone down. Gas prices have not gone down. Fucking drug prices have not gone down. Big Pharma is still running amok and extorting U.S. citizens who are in fear of losing their life to a chronic illness, and they're profiting off of it. We have American citizens that have lost health care. We have American citizens that cannot afford health care. We have kids that are going hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt to go to college just to come out to realize there's no jobs to be had. Interest rates are still out of this fucking world. But at least our government can just pass bill after bill after bill after bill for Israel. And at least we can send them all of our tax dollars to make sure that they have universal health care for free for all their citizens, as well as universal college for all their citizens. We're trillions of dollars in debt. They're billions of dollars in debt. And it's not Republicans. It's not Democrats. It's both of y'all. You're both at fault for this shit because you're controlled by fucking Israel. I've changed my political views from independent to officially fuck Israel.
There you go. That's something everybody can stand behind.
I'll tell you what.
You know how efficient.
There's a reason. And listen, the Israel apologists have been out in force today online. They have been out in force. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. How am I getting all this on my feed? How is this all showing up on my feed? This is fucking crazy. They're really pushing this stuff out there. So they really want there to be a divide in that respect. They want a left-right divide, and they want to make it like the left. Anybody who's against this shit is automatically on the left. See, that's what they want to make it look like. They're just losing their fucking minds in this place, man. Here's what I was talking about. What they're doing. This guy says it, man.
Fast cancer, right? We have the technology to do this. So Israel could do it this secretly, and no one would talk about it. And in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, the population of Gaza would all be gone. It would be a very secret, right? Instead, they choose to do this in front of the world. And my argument to you is that this is intentional. They want the world to hate them because by doing this, they create the ultimate taboo, right? We find this disgusting and contemptuous, so the entire world will unite against Israel. But guess what? That's what their religion wants. In the extreme form of Jewish eschatology or the religion, they believe that at the end of the world, Israel will fight the entire world and God will help Israel triumph in the end. So what's really happening in Gaza is that there are extremists within the Israel government who want to accelerate the process of the end of the world where Israel will face the world. And if you think about it, the entire idea of this ritual sacrifice is to unite the Israeli population. And what's extremely disturbing and horrifying about it is that this works. Why? Well, let's use an analogy, okay? The analogy is this. In Chinese history, the most popular military stratagem is to fight with a river behind your back. You guys have heard of this strategy, right? Where, okay, an army is losing, okay? It's being scattered by the enemy. So what the general does is forces the army to retreat to a river. And now with a river blocking your escape, you have a choice. You can either drown in the river or you can fight to the death. And most soldiers will choose to fight to the death. And so at this point, the soldiers are unified, they're galvanized, they're energized, and then they find a surge of energy to go and destroy their enemy. Okay, this is the most popular military stratagem in ancient Chinese history. And guess what? It's the same as Israel doing this right now in Gaza. It's the same logic.
That's a great channel. I watched it the other day.
That's pretty fucking
fast
wild.
cancer, right?
They're just using this shit on us all the time. Using this shit.
Yeah, he was saying like the Jews, they want to play scapegoat, basically.
Well, wasn't there a bunch of shows back we were talking about the Samson option?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Samson option. This is the Hannibal. The Hannibal directive too. The Hannibal directive is where they'll like kill some of their own people, make it look like somebody else did it to justify going and attacking them. See, they'll sacrifice their own people. Now, the Samson option is that they've said that if their existence is threatened, they will nuke the whole world. with the nukes that they don't tell anybody that they have and have never agreed to any treaties or inspections.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy.
Okay, did you see Awaken Nemesis had a question?
Excuse me.
Getting on you?
A little bit. Chat whether they believe this overall agenda success is beholden on them 5G towers. That's just, I think, one of the tools. See what they're doing is, and this is what I saw happening with the 5G, is that I immediately realized that since you have to put up so many towers in so close a proximity, this is not a communication system. This is a grid. This is a surveillance grid.
Yes, it is.
What you want to do with communication is you want to be able to get broad coverage in distance without having to retrans the signal, right? This thing has to go and hit. These towers are all really close to each other. So I could see it immediately that it was going to be a surveillance grid. Now we zoom up to here where we're at. We've got this Palantir technology going to be implemented. It's going to go right to AI governance. You're going to be tracked. You're going to be surveilled, the whole 9 yards, and they're going to limit your movements. Now they're starting to pass all this bullshit. Pam Bondi wanting to lock up people for shit that they say. And there's people that are all for it. There's a lot of people are for it because they're caught up in the fucking emotion of a fake shooting of a guy that none of them fucking know.
Yeah, they were talking about that AI stuff that Palantir is gonna do and track all our like messages, emails, all that shit.
You know what?
Every time you talk about something, they're gonna know. So
90% of the time when they tell you they're gonna do something, they're already fucking doing it.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Yep,
been for years.
So check out that second link in the private chat, the Genius Act. That's what's coming.
Has anybody seen any new 5G towers being put up in a while? I haven't seen.
I haven't, but I mean,
nope, not since COVID.
Up here, they are within an eighth of a mile of each other on the side of the highway continuously. From here, I'm probably 100 miles from the border, and it's continuous, meaning you see another one and another one and another one. And you
I find it funny. My fault, man. I find it funny they did that when we were all inside during COVID too. They had us locked down. That shit's funny.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that was when they put a lot of them
Oh
up.
yeah, I'm going to be showing this. I'm going to be showing this. I already have that video.
Because I know people would have flipped out and they would not have one of them things right behind their school, all that other shit.
So D-Man, you never lose service, do you?
Man, I put this meme up on Facebook a couple hours ago, and it got took down like within less than a minute. I got to notice that they'd removed it
on Facebook.
Yeah. And it was a picture of the mustache guy with a caption that said, "Boy, did I call it or what?" Can't have the mustache, man. They won't let that happen, man. They won't let that happen. Yeah, I got that. I'll just bring it up on the bit shoot then, and then I won't have to fucking scroll for it. Just a minute here.
Yeah, they're endless on the highway, and obviously, you know, if you look at the China system that they have in China, you know, they have cameras everywhere. It's just mini towers all over the place. You know, you're walking across the street. There isn't anywhere you can go out of that system where they don't see you, or, you know, especially in the cities or in these big metropolis places, or driving down the highway or doing whatever. You know, you're in that view of that crap continuously.
Well, hell, my town doesn't even have a fucking traffic light.
Yeah,
but there's surveillance cameras all the way down fucking Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got those goddamn Ring doorbells too. Yeah, so that's another thing too. When you're in that licensing agreement, you agree to allow them to tap into your fucking Ring camera. They got access to your Ring camera.
If it's connected to your Wi-Fi and you're using your phone to view it from remotely, that means they have access to that also.
Damn straight, man. The NSA's got it. Now, that's one of the things Palantir's there for, is it's going to be there surveilling everything. This is Skynet, y'all.
Yep.
It's a Skynet. So let's watch this thing that D-Man put out to us.
While Charlie Kirk's death is being used by political agents to attack freedom of speech and to further divide an already divided nation, many are wondering what happens next. And most financial analysts these days will tell you what's next. Radical change in the U.S. economy is coming. The U.S. government is facing a criminally irresponsible debt crisis. The world is losing faith in the dollar and growing more and more disgusted with the crimes against humanity that the USD money printing machines are funding every day. Cutting spending didn't work, and the next attempt to try and save the U.S. debt-based system can be found in the recent Genius Act. In short-term investing, the volatility of Bitcoin can allow a person to profit immensely, but only if they have a stablecoin to convert to when the market corrects itself. This is the foundational purpose of a stablecoin, to maintain a stable value so that one's investment can be temporarily secured. The plan outlined in the Genius Act is to create an increased demand for U.S. debt by requiring stablecoin companies to be backed by U.S. debt, thereby using stablecoins as a way to funnel global money into U.S. government debt. President Putin's advisor, Anton Kobyakov, says that the U.S. is planning a worldwide crypto rug pull to erase its massive debt by creating a U.S. debt-based stablecoin system and then devalue it, robbing the people of their money to pay off its debt.
Right now, America is trying to change the rules in the gold and cryptocurrency markets. Remember how much debt they have, $35 trillion. The US, just as it did in the 1930s and 1970s, will solve its financial problems at the expense of the entire world, driving everyone where? Into the cryptocurrency cloud. Over time, when part of the US national debt is placed in stablecoins, the US will devalue that debt. Once again, in simple terms, right now they have a $35 trillion currency debt. They move it into crypto, into the cloud, devalue it, and start from scratch.
Of course, this is all just money out of thin air, a desperate monetary sleight of hand that doesn't create new wealth and only shows that the system has failed. To show that Russia and other countries will not go along with this, he also said that the world will split up into zones.
The world isn't just moving to a new type of financial system. The world is moving away from fiat money and dividing into zones.
This is referring to a multipolar world where different sets of rules are applied to different zones, and signals the strong possibility that BRICS will not be buying U.S. debt in the near future. It is important to remember that the term and the idea of BRICS was conceived in 2001 by an economist at Goldman Sachs. U.S. regulations on stablecoins will likely push the market offshore, where stablecoin issuers will turn to real-world assets over U.S. debt. The U.S. will then have to manage the debt crisis by taxing the American people, most likely with a carbon tax system. Stablecoins have been predominantly used for investing, but they also have the ability to freeze and seize your money, which should please Trump supporters who have been giddy schoolgirls over canceling people who offend them online. The future of technocratic banking control is already being deployed in Vietnam, who recently implemented a nationwide digital ID system that requires both citizens and foreign residents to permit the government to store their biometric data in a centralized database. Participation is not optional, and all accounts without biometric data will be closed. The Vietnamese government has already erased and/or frozen 86 million bank accounts, and Vietnam is just the beta test. This is soon going worldwide. Greg Reese reporting.
It can't happen here.
Yeah, that's a famous one. Can't happen here.
The name Goldman Sachs jumped right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always got their hand in it, you know, whether they, I mean, but they crash it every 50 years. It's gone way past where it has gone in the 50 years before that, when you think about it, because the last reset was in what, 1970, 1971. So we're already 4 years over the reset when the last time they went off the metal standards to petrodollar.
Yeah.
So we're way overdue.
It's 50 years.
Yep.
Well, a good reason to make a one world government, guys. What do you think?
Oh boy, they're pushing. They're pushing. Listen, this totalitarian son of a bitch we got in there now with this crew, Pam Bondi and the rest of them. Cockeyed Cash. Did you guys like that? Was that fucking
Cockeyed Cash?
Yeah.
he looked that press conference one where he was standing there. He looked like he was zinging on coke or something.
Like this.
he looked coked out.
Oh man.
His eyes were wider than like a deer in the headlights. His eyes were as wide open as he could get them while he was standing there. It's like, holy shit, buddy.
Yeah, he probably came after his pizza and drug party with all them. You know how they get down.
Manson lamps.
Oh yeah, JPA. I watched your video you had on there. You had a ballistics test on your page. You had a video on.
Oh yeah, I showed
Truth
one.
Revolution.
I showed him
that's
doing
it.
a.
I just started YouTube, so.
I showed a 30-06 going through.
Jerry put it up the other day.
Yeah, look, this is the whole thing. The thing was the round doesn't match. The round doesn't match. Nothing matches. Nothing works out. Hope y'all check out. What?
Did you see how they put on the news? They're like basically making fun of truthers. Like they put a whole like. I don't know, it was a couple pages, but like article about us and about people talking about the PSYOP and stuff. Like it was insane.
No, I didn't see it. What was it in?
I have to look it up. Give me a minute, but
I don't
crazy.
I don't pay much attention to most publications, mainstream publications at all. And I'm very skeptical of a lot of the alternative ones.
That's the thing too. That's like they're watching us. They know people are talking about this stuff, and people were saying that he's not dead. Like they even mentioned that people were talking about how he's not dead and all.
Yeah,
and the magic bullet theory, like people saying he got shot from the back somehow and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
but the thing,
fragmented bullet, man. You know,
the thing after Trump, does it get any better? Because it just keeps going downhill, don't it?
I know the same guy from the Trump shooting is at this one too. No
manifesto though yet. No
manifesto yet. There was a note underneath his keyboard or something, but that somehow got destroyed or something, I guess.
I just mean after Trump's presidency, does it get any better? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just going to replace somebody probably who knows? But it just gets worse from here. It seems like.
I'm glad I quit voting in '82.
Yeah.
Well, just to show you, here's another Hollywood connection to some shit with like this. All right, this is nuts. Woody Harrelson. This is crazy.
Is it just me, or did this scene from White Men Can't Jump seem just a little out of place?
The last words of Lee Harvey Oswald. It wasn't me. It was the CIA.
Now, at first, it seemed like a throwaway line from a bad joke, but when you dig deeper, you realize there was a lot more meaning behind what Woody Harrelson's character was saying in this scene. You see, Woody Harrelson's father, Charles Harrison, was a legitimate hitman for the mafia who died in prison in 2007, where he was serving 2 life sentences. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because Charles Harrelson was also suspected of being involved in the assassination of John F. Kennedy. In fact, Charles Harrelson was one of the infamous 3 tramps arrested shortly after the assassination of JFK had taken place.
The tall tramp turned out to be Charles Harrelson, Woody Harrelson's father.
Charles Harrelson was very closely involved with criminals who had strong connections within the CIA, and he was an associate of Jack Ruby, the nightclub owner who ended up shooting Lee Harvey Oswald before he had the chance to spill the beans. And what makes things even crazier is White Men Can't Jump wasn't the only movie connection between Woody Harrelson and his father. In the novel No Country for Old Men, Sheriff Ed Tom Bell referred to the assassination of a judge in San Antonio, Texas. Texas. Now, this event actually took place in real life, and the perpetrator was none other than Woody Harrelson's father. Remember those 2 life sentences he was serving? Well, it was as a result of him that judge in San Antonio. And in the movie No Country for Old Men, Woody Harrelson just so happens to portray a hitman from Texas.
Just how dangerous is it?
Compared to what? The bubonic plague?
Which of course brings us back to this random out-of-place scene from White Men Can't Jump. Given everything we just talked about and all the connections between Woody Harrelson and his father, this scene becomes a lot more interesting.
Now check this out. The last words of Lee Harvey Oswald. It wasn't me. It was the CIA. No, get it?
Yeah. I got it.
Ruby's over here, the
Honey,
police guy.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
No, it's some wild shit. What's the odds? What's the odds, right? What's the odds of all those incidental things like that? You know?
Yo, Sav, I got that the news article. Then, if you want it, it says it's from the New York Times. Russia, China, and Iran use Kirk's murder to stoke conspiracy theories and division.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed was New York Times. Pay it no mind. Listen, they're on double time damage control right now.
I love how they're saying,
or at least making it look like that. But the one thing that they want to really push is that the guy has been actually shot. They want you scrambling over, oh no, it was Israel. They had hitmen. They have a history of this shit. No, it was some guy in the crowd. It was this guy. And no, it wasn't anybody. Okay. That book was very telling in the respect that the excerpts from it, before it got scrubbed, and I have screen captures, said that he survived the assassination.
In the book?
Yeah.
See,
And then he went. So, okay, so dig this. What if they had this thing planned to make it look like he was shot because of his free speech? Somebody tried to kill him. He's going along with the plan and everything. But as they carry him off, after they get him in the car, they tell him there's been a change to the script. You're not going to survive this. We're going to put Shapiro in. See, and that gets him to go ahead and, you know, do everything as rehearsed and whatnot right there. Okay. Play right along with it. But then the change of script, because it said that he continued his speaking tours despite the attempt on his life to show that you're not going to stop free speech.
Sorry, yeah.
So I think that was the original script, and then they changed the script in the mid-scene.
Well, Ben Shapiro and who's that other goofball? That little fruitcake, Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever. That they used to be the ones who. They used to be the ones who did it before Charlie Kirk. I know that, but
well, I think they're all like. There's Michael Knowles.
Yeah, him too.
And Walsh,
Matt Walsh,
Matt Walsh, and Shapiro, and some other clown, and they're all like there. Who was it? Gave a show from fucking Turning Point. JD Vance did a show there.
Yeah,
and there was another. I think if I'm not mistaken, Huckabee did. Maybe I'm just high, but I'm thinking Huckabee did it too. I don't know, man. There's some fucking crazy shit, but they're really pushing the stuff out there for people to get riled up about Israel. This is, you know, they're galvanizing people into sides. I mean, you know, degalvanizing, I guess.
The veterans in America, along with the first responders, to listen to me and really hear me, okay? We were sold a lie, bro. We were sold a lie. 9/11 is an inside job. The reasons why we went to Iraq and Afghanistan, they were all fabricated. 9/11, much like the assassination of Charlie Kirk, is meant to get people riled up and want to defend their country and keep war and chaos going. And this is how the elites divide us. While we are busy fighting each other, it distracts us from the real threat to our society, and that is the money that controls this system. They do not care about veterans in this country. They do not care about the children in this country. They do not care about what is fair, just, and moral in this country. Obviously, Donald Trump, he has been completely corrupted. And he went over there and kissed that Roman wall, buddy. It's a Roman wall, dude. A legit Roman wall. Marco Rubio introducing legislation to revoke passports if you speak out against Israel. I'm seeing veterans and service members being put under investigation for making anti-war, anti-Israel posts in terms of the genocide. It is a literal genocide happening right now. 650,000, over 650,000 innocent men, women, and children being slaughtered by IDF. IDF is literally mowing down children in Palestine. They treat them like cattle. They're ethnically cleansing the entire area. How is it that all of our bravest get sent off to fight in these wars after being tricked, yet we allow genocide to happen on our watch? And Donald Trump, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. End this war, bro. End this war. You obviously tricked all of these people into thinking that this was America first. We are Americans here, and we stand for freedom. We have been tricked, and we do not support genocide. Americans do not support this, and I hope anybody that's listening out there, I know, with all these communities around here, all these people I talk to, listen, Americans do not support this genocide. They just have no idea what's even going on, bro. The programming and the propaganda run so dang deep. But I love y'all. Stay wild. It's time we all open our eyes and come together. We win this through unity. We have to stop being divided. We have to come together and see the truth. And we have to put our minuscule differences aside in order to unite against a common threat. And that same threat's been controlling us for a long time. I love y'all. Stay wild.
小红书
What's your take on that?
The only one thing I'd say is
America,
they don't care about any
along
of
with the
us,
first
not just veterans and kids. They only
Wow,
care about
everybody
themselves.
answered at once.
Yeah. Let's see.
But
See
outside
those?
that,
Did you
yeah.
see those two chicks that got arrested kicking the memorial over?
Yeah. What do you think? You think that those people were put up to that for
Possibly, but they were
propaganda?
arrested.
You think it's like a staged propaganda thing? Because I really I don't care what. I don't see anybody really doing that kind of thing.
They look like real winners too. The both of them.
I didn't get to see it.
They look like
Fantastic.
real winners.
We need some extras. What do we need? Who's got septum piercings? You with the blue armpit hair. Come on over.
You with the chrome hair.
Yeah.
Get over here. Kick those
You know,
candles.
when the Reichstag in Berlin was burned, they caught a Dutch communist Jewish guy and blamed it on him. He was like half retarded. And they said he was a Dutch communist and that he had set fire to the Reichstag. Well, in reality, it was actually Hermann Goering that set fire to the fucking Reichstag, but this got everybody riled up worse at the Jews. You understand? And the communists. See, they burn our Reichstag. They burn our parliament building down. That's, whoa. Yeah, so false flags abound all the time, and they're always for agendas. So you can see that they're really, for some reason, they're really trying to get people parked into one of two camps.
Yeah.
They want you binary. They want you to be binary. They can't think outside. They can't think of that third option. They can only think in binary terms. That's why you got to fool them with the third option all the time. Cop says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" You say, "Probably because you didn't do too good in school." And you decided to be a cop.
I like the one with the the cop pulls over and the ladies. He says, "Ma'am, you can't park here." And she said, "Why not?" He said, she said, "Well, that sign right there says it's fine for parking."
Yes, sir.
Let's get out of that ticket.
So I guess now they're just calling her outspoken critic of Donald Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, another small hat, and this
Well, she looks like
Gasparian. She's
like
another
Donald
small
Trump's
hat.
type. Sorry.
What's that? What did you say, Roger?
She looks like Donald Trump's type.
Well, she's been one of his most ardent critics.
That's weird.
Yeah, and she's definitely not. Well, she's posing as. You got to remember, these are actors and actresses. She's posing as an anti. America. She's an America first, not Israel first type shit. Is what she's doing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So she's there to galvanize those people. They're going to sort you into groups, and then you're going to talk about it on Facebook and everything else, and they'll know who everybody is.
Yep.
To be clear, the $3.8 billion that we provide Israel every single year is part of legislation that passed under the Obama administration, a 10-year program, which is set to expire in 2026. So that fight is coming up because I'm sure Israel is going to expect our Congress to re-up and potentially increase the amount of money they can expect from American taxpayers on a yearly basis. In the case of Israel, though, what's really interesting is on top of that 3.8 billion that they receive every single year, you have presidents, and Biden certainly did this literally over 100 times during his administration. He just went he bypassed Congress altogether to provide Israel with tens of billions of dollars in additional military support and military funding. And Trump has done similar things during the short stint he's had in his second term. And I want to kind of understand, what have you as a congresswoman experienced kind of like behind the scenes? Like, what is it about Israel in particular that gets our lawmakers to just be unwavering in their support and their willingness to shell out endless amounts of money to that country?
There is no country all over the world that gets the attention, the funding, the dedication, the amount of votes, legislation, resolutions other than Israel. As a matter of fact, we've voted, I think it's over 21 to 23 resolutions denouncing anti-Semitism, denouncing anything happening towards Jewish people since I've been a member of Congress, January of 2021. And I've never seen resolutions for any other cause like that in that number. Part of it is there's Christians in America that really believe that verse in Genesis, bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. And they believe that applies today to the secular government of Israel. I personally don't believe that, and I'm a Christian. We don't believe in that verse in Genesis, meaning that covers up everything that Jesus did. But I think that holds a lot of power over many of my colleagues and a certain percentage of Americans today. But I think the separation of understanding that being against what the secular government, nuclear armed government of Israel is doing, it doesn't make you an anti-Semitic person. It doesn't make you against Jewish people.
How much of a factor do you think it is that members of Congress know that if they oppose Israeli funding, that mainstream media will come down on them like a ton of bricks? That they'll be accused of being anti-Semites, that their career will be threatened, etc.
Oh yeah, big time. It's ridiculous. So you've got everybody from Mark Levine to Ben Shapiro to Laura Loomer. You've got the establishment media will call you an anti-Semite. Newspapers. You'll get phone calls from all kinds of people, asking, "What's the matter with you?" Yeah, the pressure is real. But I think the American people see through it, and the tide is rapidly changing. And I tell you.
I like how she said that though, because that's what
to be clear,
their big go-to is that as soon as you start to say something about the Israel's influence and the practices of their government, that makes you anti-Semitic. Well, if I a lot of people disagree with like North Korea and their government and the things that they do, does that make them anti-Asian? Does that make them, oh, you're anti-Asian because you don't like what Kim Jong-un does, or you don't like what China does? You're a Chinaphobe or a anti-Chinite or some shit like that. What the fuck? Anti-Sinai, whatever. So stupid, but they've used it so long, and the problem is they've used it so much that it holds so little fucking meaning. I was like that last time I talked with Brenda. She says, You're an anti-Semite. And I said, so fucking what? I'm like, so what?
You're a homo in a dress.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, who are you? You're probably part of Trantifa. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're probably part of one of them cells of the Trantifa mob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Planning an assassination, Brenda? Huh?
I always thought anti-Semite was somebody who was against God. That's what I was talking about.
No, it's like Listerine or alcohol. It's antiseptic. Antiseptic. It's like,
well, I went and looked up the definition. It doesn't say that now. It says anti-Jewish.
Yeah, but it doesn't. That's not what the word means.
No.
The word actually means anti, which is against, and Semite, which is descendants of Shem. Okay, that's not just Jews come from Shem. There's a whole bunch of fucking people. They got this whole thing wrong. I'm gonna have to show the video again. I'm gonna have to show the video about why they're not the chosen people.
Yeah, they worship Moloch.
Oh, what the fuck? That's what that star is.
Yeah,
that star ain't got nothing to do with God or anything or the Bible or whatever. It's just a star of Remphan. That's it.
Do you think these people even look into like what they believe and what they practice, like the circumcision of the children and how they're? I don't want to say and anything happened to your channel, but like how they literally drink the blood off of babies. You know what?
Oh, it's worse than that because some of them they bite. Some of them they actually bite the foreskin off.
Yeah.
Well, they do take a glass of wine with it when they do it, so makes it all.
Well, there you go. You got to have something to wash that down with,
Yep, makes it more holy for them, right?
Oh boy, I've done 14 brists today. I'm so full of foreskin I can't even hold another bite. What?
Gross.
I mean, what would even make somebody think that's how is in any way, shape, or form would that be anything to do with God? Or I'm sure God never did said, "And thou shalt bite off the baby's penis."
Who even came up with the idea of doing that? Who was the first one to do that? Like, oh, this is a good idea.
Yep.
I just don't get how they're not like how this is not illegal. All this stuff that they do, like,
Well, that's why they do it over there because it ain't legal here. Because
they definitely do it here too. I'm
well,
sure.
yes.
Oh yeah, they do.
But
not that we know of.
Right.
Used to be a common. Well, the circumcisions were a common practice.
Yeah.
In hospitals for quite a number of decades. They promoted it as being healthy and all this other shit. It was a bunch of fucking lies, of course. And so they just were like automatically doing it like right after birth.
Makes hygiene much better, easier to do.
Yeah, you don't get cheesy dick.
Yeah.
When they circumcised me, the doctor yelled, "Timber!" I had to. We were talking about it.
Oh, man.
So get back, buddy. Get back with that knife, Jack.
It just reminds me of a System of the Down song. They had one where they go, "The circumcision's on the chair." I don't know what they're talking about. But.
Here's a little bit. You remember Cash Patel? Here's what happens. When we get Cash Patel, when we mention him, he comes on screen. He just automatically comes up on screen. So we got to keep careful about that. But anyway, they talking about that Valhalla shit. This is kind of interesting.
watching, please. So this is Tyler Robinson, as you know, and he's the suspect in the Charlie Kirk shooting. Now let's jump over to this guy. He looks totally normal. He's Kush Patel of the FBI. And he stated numerous times that it took 33 hours to catch the perp, right? 33 hours. Now let's jump over to the BBC News channel in the UK. They used this photo in the arrest article, but some clever soul has pulled the metadata and it does not match by a long way. Please go and follow this channel. This guy has pulled the data and deserves applause. So because of time zones, it was around 7:30 p.m. in the UK at the time of the shooting. But you can see here that the image of Tyler was embedded into the article at 11:40 p.m. That's only 4 hours after the shooting. They didn't release it till the next afternoon, but they had the photo and uploaded it. How? You tell me. Even more bizarre is this photo of the alleged perp. Odd photo to take for a start. But look at the computer screen. Let's see where this place is.
And I'll see you in Valhalla. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
That did seem an odd thing for a Hindu to say to a Christian. Did he mean this place?
In case you can't see it, that says Valhalla across the little sign right there.
Can we find out where that's at?
It's where did they say? Off of New Zealand, I think.
It's an island, isn't it?
Yeah. Valhalla, Danish house.
Jeez.
Goat Island. Goat Island.
Goat Island. It's getting
There's-
cryptic.
The thing is, too, there's tons of evidence that there's been other islands besides, like, you know, Little Saint Germain and stuff like that, where they have taken children and done this stuff, and there's tons of islands that they have, man.
Oh, I know.
It's freaking crazy.
Oh, did you know that there was writing Charlie Kirk's name on bombs and shit that they were sending over into Gaza? They were writing it on shells.
Negative.
This ain't
That true?
Yeah, I'll show you.
We've made a martyr, and he probably isn't dead.
Dude, his wife referred to him as a martyr in that eulogy.
Israeli military is now honoring the life of Charlie Kirk by writing his name on missiles that are being used to bomb innocent civilians in Gaza. Now, there are several layers of insanity to this story, and I'll start off with this. The Israeli military does not like me. The state of Israel doesn't like me. Netanyahu doesn't like me. This is something they actually did with my name as well. They wrote my name on missiles that they then used to target innocent children in Gaza. So I'm left wondering if this is a practice that they reserve for their fiercest critics and people who oppose them vociferously. Why are they writing Charlie Kirk's name on the missiles that they're using to lob into Gaza and target innocent civilians with? In addition to that, as you all know, Charlie Kirk was in the middle of a private war with the state of Israel. Even Netanyahu himself, he claimed Netanyahu was trying to silence him, trying to buy him off with this huge funding infusion from Zionist organizations into TPUSA. Charlie was very critical of the role that Israel played in dragging the United States into their conflict with Iran. So what's going on here? Why is the Israeli military writing Charlie Kirk's name on missiles? This seems a little bit demonic to me, twisted, and almost seems like a self-report.
That is pretty crazy, man. You know, it's like they got they hate Jackson Hinkle. So, fuck, that is kind of crazy. No, there again, if it's true.
Well, I went through like 6 BitChute videos where he actually was seriously criticizing Israel.
Oh, yeah.
And asking questions. He did that before all this started happening.
What's this going? Candace Owens is now alleging that Pam Bondi and the DOJ released a fake text chat between Tyler. Yeah, everybody's on that. I read it. I was laughing my ass off, man.
Is it?
Yeah, these.
What?
Is this the text?
Yeah. This is Candace Owens going over it.
Yeah, these messages are clearly doctored, is what I would say. They're doctored. Now, they could decide why they're doing that. Tyler's being forthcoming. We're protecting him in some capacity. I find that to be unacceptable. Okay? Unacceptable. I want every single text message. I want timestamps. It is conspicuous that you are not telling us when this was sent, because it sounds like it's when the campus is on lockdown and he's got to go back and he's got to clean up. And then all of a sudden we're in the next day when his dad is getting clued in after the picture's been released. They're not telling us that, okay? And you have a right to be a little bit uncomfortable about that, because I'm a lot of bit uncomfortable about that. We need full answers. Yeah, these messages are clearly doctored, is what I would say. They're doctored.
So there's no timestamps on them either. I thought that was kind of odd too.
I just want to say, where's our video, Candace? We didn't get it.
The thing, like, one big problem I have with all these people, Candace Owens, you name it, who name your influencer or YouTuber or whatever you want to call it, but it's like, how do they get this information so fast too? It's like they're clearly in the know somewhere getting something too. So, you know, they get this information just as fast as the news puts it out. So, you know, that just gives more credence to the fact that these people are, you know, the minute they started talking about that, every single person on YouTube and everywhere else was talking about this, the text messages, you know.
Oh yeah,
It's like one video after another, everybody, and he died, you know. It's like,
see, and this is the thing. They're really, it's like they're not even trying to make it look legit. It's like they're trying to make it look like, look, oh, they're covering shit up. Oh no, you think? Do you think, really? And I think they're doing that on purpose, because I don't think they're really, oh, hell, we got caught. No, they're doing this on purpose. They want us to see this shit. But at the same time, they want you to believe that the dude was killed. Just like they want you to believe that that girl was killed on that train. There's a reason that was been all over everybody's feed. I'm sure that just about everybody, with a few exceptions, has seen the girl on the train getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Nobody censors it. Nobody blurs it. Nothing. You see everything, right? Same thing with the Charlie Kirk. It was all over the fucking X. Everybody saw it. Every angle, blah, blah, blah. And that's what fucked them, was the angles, especially for me. When I saw that video from looking down from his left, and you can clearly see the fucking blood pack underneath of his thing, right where the blood initially comes up out of his collar. You see it right there. Boom. The only time ever that at one of these events that he wore a white shirt too. Every other time he wears a black shirt. That was kind of nuts too.
You know, it was interesting too, the crowd, because all of the other like debates, the crowd's never been that big. I've never seen any of his debates where there's like 3,000 people.
He gets pretty good sized crowds, man. He gets, from what I understand, he gets pretty good sized crowds.
Yeah, but like it's like the whole school basically showed up, which is find ironic too. I don't know.
Well, or they at least make it look that way.
Yeah.
See, we weren't there. I mean,
No.
I've seen them where they'll do some shit on the news to say they're at some kind of a protest.
Yeah,
and what you got is there might be about 6 or 7 people with signs and shit, and they got them crowded together around a reporter, and they're chanting and yahooing and yelling and shit, and the reporter's talking. But when you step back away from what's in the camera frame, you look, and it is only like 7 people. They're in an empty fucking parking lot. That's the only thing going on but you assume that the whole place must be like that because we're down here at the such and such shopping center and we've got some angry protesters out here, and you're crowded up all into those only 7 people with their signs yelling and chanting. Shit, man. That's what you're going to believe, what you see on there. See, so we have to be real careful what we see on video. We really do. Especially now with the fucking AI. Oh my God. You know?
Yeah, there was another video out there with him, and he faked the crowd too, Charlie Kirk. I forget where it was, but it was like he was acting like there was this amount of people there, and there really was like maybe like 16 people in the crowd. I don't know.
Well, see, I guess this is one of
trickery before.
I think this is part of the narrative because we know Tucker Carlson. Dad was in the CIA. He worked for the CIA. Once CIA, always CIA. don't get me wrong, I like a lot of what he's got to say, but we know that he's a system guy, okay? And he had done some. Oh, there's DJ New Moon, and we got Porter.
Porter. Yeah. Hey, Porter, long time no see, dude.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hello.
Good. What's up, guys?
What's up, New Moon?
Hi, everyone.
What's up, Cubby?
Hey, DJ.
Saab,
Hey, man.
Roger. T-Man.
So this is what they're putting out there. Good to see you guys. This is what they're putting out there to sow the idea. See, they're trying to get the camps. Was it really radical trans Tifa leftists, or was it Israel? See, and so a breadcrumb for people, and this was already planned, was the fact that Charlie Kirk had been having speakers at Turning Point that were very critical of Israel and their practices, critical of Netanyahu and his bullshit, and many, and you know that Charlie Kirk was like fucking uber Zionist, man. He pushed that fucking bullshit, Israel fucking bullshit, continuously. But within the last couple of months, you've seen where he's kind of like started noticing, at least the character was. And maybe the actor too. I don't know. But anyway, they had to take the character out. And what do we replace him with? Ben Shapiro. But this is insane. So here's Tucker Carlson, and maybe you see why some of his donors were getting kind of pissed off.
I also refer to common sense when I say that no man can serve two masters. It's not possible. I only have one wife for that reason. You say to your wife, I'm gonna take another wife, but I'm gonna love you just as much. Nothing's gonna change. My wife's gonna look at me like, no, it's one wife. Because you can only really pledge your loyalty to one person or one country. This is just a fact. And there's also a sense, and this is relevant to me, and I know you're speaking about Israel, but it's not just Israel, to be honest. I think it's a huge problem. I think anybody, by the way, who serves in a foreign military should lose his citizenship immediately. There are a lot of Americans who've served in the IDF, they should lose their citizenship. There's a lot of Americans who've served in Ukraine, and they should lose their citizenship. You can't fight for another country and remain in America, period. Obviously, I mean, it's like not even, it's so funny how all get cowed into being like, oh, that's hate speech. No, it's not. You don't hear hate in my voice because there isn't any. It's just an obvious recognition of the truth. But there's a more insidious thing, and I say it's not just Israel. I'm not just trying to like give myself cover. I'm being honest. There are a ton of countries that offer citizenship, actually, some of which I love. I have been offered citizenship in a couple of different countries that I really like, and I thought about it. And then I thought, no, there's something about being lashed to the mast. Like everyone can see that America's in trouble, the demographic trends are really bad, and the country's decaying and cities are falling apart. So you're like, oh, wow, maybe I should flee. And then I'm like, my ancestors are from here. My parents are buried right across from my kitchen. I'm staying here. And the second you make that decision in your head, like, I don't care what happens to America, I will be here. It totally changes your attitude. You're like, I don't even care. It's my country. And they've been here for so long and fought in all of these wars. My ancestors, and I'm sure yours, would be totally shocked by some of the conversations. Foreign flags in the Congress? Are you joking? Get out. And so, no, once you decide you're all in on your country, it really changes the way you approach everything. And by the way, it should be the baseline requirement. You shouldn't be allowed to serve in government if you're not a US citizen or you're a dual citizen. Are you joking? Of course not. And I would love to know what the justification is. And of course, there isn't one, which is why they're allowed to just write you off as some sort of like freak, some internet freak, hater, Nazi, whatever. I'm not. Just an American who loves my country, and I think it's fair to demand that the people running my country love it every bit as much as I do.
I wonder what foreign flag he was talking about, Saw.
Oh, I don't know, man. You tell me. I bet you it's
damn Somalians.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is. The Somalians.
I'm Captain Now. Yeah, that's a Somalian comment.
Okay, so here's an attorney with 18 years of experience in text message exchanges. And here's what she says about this whole fucking text message exchange between the boyfriend and the supposed shooter. That this guy. Now I'll tell you what they said. Didn't they say they found the screwdriver on the roof that he used to take the gun apart with? And if that's true,
yeah, I think I heard that.
okay, so if that's true, how the fuck did he get a screwdriver to put it back together?
He had a spare.
See,
supposedly.
Swiss
That's the
Army
thing that-
knife.
Next
If he
level
had-
questions they don't want people to ask. Yeah.
If he had a,
you know.
Some of you aren't going to be ready.
You had a
for
Coke
this
fingernail.
one, especially you tens of thousands new followers. But if you give me a minute,
what is that?
I might just blow your mind.
Oh,
You
it's
see,
for me.
one thing
Oh
I
my
know about them,
But it's
is
more
that they
what he's
love
saying
to mock
after.
us and put
Oh,
things
get the fuck outta
right
here.
under our nose.
When you talk about the
just so
character,
they can laugh.
they're all
at how
actors.
stupid they think we are. And there's
Yes,
something
guys,
curious
holy
about
shit, they
not
both
only
have
their
teeth.
chins, which I'm going to show you, which seem to
Eyes,
look
too.
awful similar right here.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Well,
a
one's
lot.
a dimple and the other one's a pimple.
Like how Charlie seems to have 3 different chins himself. That one's kind of distorted. This one's nice and round.
That one
This
looks like
one's
something
kind
else.
of
Yeah,
angled,
that
but
middle
not just
one.
chins. I mean,
the middle one.
their teeth, their lips, even 3 different noses. You know why? Because he's a character.
Stop whispering. That's weird.
The world
Oh my
stage,
gosh.
in fact. And I'm not saying he was never a real person, but he's a character. A
Morgan
character
Freeman.
sometimes played by the
Jimi Hendrix.
Utah governor. And it wasn't a regular assassination. It was a character assassination. Hence the phrase character. Oh, a tool in politics. Imagine that. And you know how I know they do this? Because I've proven it. J-Lo didn't just play the part of Selena, she was Selena. And then they faked her death. And all they had to do was do a little plastic surgery, and Selena literally turns into J-Lo. And this isn't speculation. I have proven this.
Oh
Look
man.
at this.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
And they put it in your face. They
It's
mock
really
you as
Dee
hard as they
Snider.
can because they hate you and they want to mind control you.
Twisted
Now,
Sister.
you might think this is ridiculous, but I promise you, that's just your cognitive dissonance getting in the way. Look at these 2 marks
Yeah.
and these 2 marks. Kind of looks like
They remove it.
there were some moles there and they got removed, right?
Oh,
That's Selena.
Oh.
Oh, that's J-Lo. But I mean, if he took on that role or he got some procedures done to take on that role, whichever it might be, it's not like they sound alike or anything, right?
They would have had to play the thing.
Knowledge was shocked when they found out about it. They were waiting when he found out about Congress, it. The suspect has not been.
Does talk
Oh,
is
look at that,
effective.
their mouths even move alike, and they move their heads the same way, and their chins are the same. What a strange,
Yeah, but
unusual.
see, here's the problem with that. They both have to be.
You wanna see
He'd have
another
to play both
strange,
characters at the
unusual
same time because
coincidence?
while he was
Now
alive,
I
that
say
guy
they
was the
tell us,
governor or
they like
whatever.
to tell us. They like to tell us. You know what his name is?
Yeah, they do strange things.
Charlie James Kirk. Do you know what the shooter's name is? Tyler James Robinson. Kind of funny because my name's Tyler James. Part of me thinks they're mocking me, but Charlie James Kirk,
Yeah,
Tyler
how about
James
you?
Robinson. I had a hunch.
They're after you
I
because
said,
of that
I'm
hat.
gonna look up his middle name, and I bet I know what it is. I bet you'll never guess. I bet you'll never guess.
It's not small enough to draw.
James Robinson, Charlie James Kirk, and I bet you'll never guess. Spencer James Cox.
Oh,
Now,
God.
do you know what J is? It's the 10th letter of the alphabet. So J, 10 plus 10 plus 10. Oh, well, look at that. It's a 3, a 30. Like I've been saying, they rub it in your face with
I
their
got J
stupid
in my name.
threes and their stupid hand symbols, and you're eating it up with a spoon, people.
Those fuckers.
Is this speaking to you at all? Is this doing anything, or are you just thinking I'm ridiculous? Because if it's the latter, well, I have news for you. You just don't realize how much they're manipulating your reality.
It's like if
on
there's
stupid boob
three
tube
actors who
tell
played
lie
that role.
visions. I mean, that is not the same chin or person. Different noses,
No, those
different
are
chins.
You know when Joe Biden
How
changed
do you not see
suddenly?
it?
Oh,
Different
yeah.
gums,
Like, it's
different
weird.
chins.
Yeah, different
noses.
gum line. That gum
It's a
line.
character
That guy in the middle, I can't get over that guy.
took him out. He's playing a new role. It's not.
That's nightmarish.
Or Obama heirs
His wife's
become
an
white
actress.
because
You
of the
really
stress.
think about this, and I've said this before. Is there any human you know in this entire flat, stationary realm that we live in that would film themselves petting their dead spouse in their casket and then put it
You
on
gotta
social
ask
media?
yourself.
No,
That's a
Not
good
really.
comment.
they're characters on the world
Yeah, that
stage,
was
and
sick.
they're lying to you. And I'm just a guy that for some reason is pretty
Took me a
good at
day to
figuring it
realize
out.
that's it.
And I'm a guy that 2 years ago never paid attention to all this crap. So I'm not controlled by it. I never paid attention to politics. I never cared
Sure.
about politics because I knew about 9/11 20 years ago. And I knew that everyone on TV was lying. It's time you figure out everyone on TV is lying.
No.
Really time.
Why would they lie?
Really time. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that the
I'm gonna guess there's something coming out of his head.
high
Oh my God, they're peeling his
capabilities
head apart.
of disguises.
Oh, no.
That's ridiculous. Oh, and one last thing. All the nonsense about the hand symbols at the thing, like this and this.
There you go.
That's all
Is
misdirection
that you?
to
Oh.
muddy the waters so you don't find the truth that it's
You're like the commence firing
Like
signal, which is the shoulder
the
length
grassy
ADOM.
knoll, the second shooter, all that was nonsense
Why is he
to muddy
whispering?
the waters.
Why is he so
you
fucking quiet?
don't find the truth. I'm giving you the truth. Accept it or not.
He likes
It's
to
up to you.
whisper. He's creepy.
He think the AI is not gonna detect his voice on TikTok.
He's Well, see, I was thinking because sometimes that guy puts out some shit that's kind of on. It's like maybe that's possible, right? And this is something I used to find out. You ever heard of the Weekly World News?
Yeah, I remember that from back in the day.
Some of the stories in there are actually real things that have happened. And because I one that they had in there one time, I knew personally that had actually happened. And I think what they do is to get away with putting out stuff that is actually true is to mix it in with a lot of bullshit too. Because then people go, oh yeah, but people in the know, they'll kind of peruse that and go, okay, kind of like, remember in Men in Black when Tommy Lee Jones showed Will Smith that, here, look, he says, this is where we get all our reports from, and they got it out of the tabloids.
Yeah.
The thing that most people think is fucking crazy. And maybe he kind of covers his tracks by doing that. I don't know.
The thing about him too, man, though, for me anyway, is like if you're in these subjects, this I'll say community, like he came from nothing to like all the way up to the top really quick. And it's like that gets really shady when you do that because most of the times, people show up other places first. This guy just
pop in.
Bada boom, here he is.
Straight to the
TikTok
top.
legend.
I know,
What?
all the way to the top. One of them influencers, quote unquote, right? Like that
Yeah, I
Andrew
know, that's
Tate.
what I just
I
said.
could rhyme off a bunch of them. Chicago that don't make sense. Like Andrew Tate. This guy, I looked at him a lot of times, and I always looked the other way. He said something stupid or something in the tone of his voice, and it was something fake about this Charlie Kirk. I'm not gonna fucking
Not what I
say he
was even
wasn't
talking
saying.
about.
Oh,
I'm not
listen,
gonna say.
I had one reason why I didn't really like listening to him, and I had him pegged as what he is.
Oh, because he wore a small hat.
Was this guy was such a fucking carnival barker for goddamn Israel, despite the fucking bullshit. And I was like, man, you are a lost cause, bro. You are one of those Schofield Bible bullshit thing, man. You need to get a grip.
Sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
was
I was talking about the
Southwest.
fittest flat earther.
Oh, I didn't even know about that nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
People,
up in the flat Earth community so quick.
Yeah, it's like people, usually you start on some smaller channels or something somewhere, but that guy just kind of rose to fame awfully quick. Just a TikTok god all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, TikTok go faster.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that aspect. Yeah, I didn't know.
So I threw a link in on the private chat. It's the very last link for Weekly World News. That was a actual cover.
Oh God, yeah, I get. Listen, I subscribe to it. I subscribe to the Weekly World News, brother.
So what's this bullshit I heard that they voted fucking 51% not to release the Epstein files? Like that just sounds like the most bullshit thing I ever heard.
Don't even need them.
No, they literally did it.
Okay, the headline on this thing says Rush Limbaugh meets with space aliens.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's the worst part about that, D-Man. I had that copy when it came out. Oh, I used to get that. Man, that was one of the best things. Every week when I go to the grocery store, man, I'd buy a Weekly World News.
Yeah.
I would laugh my ass off reading that thing. Bat
You
Boy.
could laugh at
They
it.
had that fucking Bat Boy that escaped from a lab and he was living in a cave in West Virginia and shit.
We don't have that kind of shit in Canada. We just
See, you're missing out. You're missing out. You are totally missing out. Let me show you the kind of stories that you are totally missing out on. Hang on one second.
It was the Onion before the Onion.
The National Enquirer has become the real
Listen,
news.
you know something on Real Talk though, guys. On Real Talk though, if you look up like 1800s newspapers, that's all fucking gold, man. There's so much gold in the 1800s newspapers. I'm just saying.
You see that shit?
The picture is great.
See, I would have fun. See, I like to fuck with people out in public. It's just this hobby of mine that I do. And I like to fuck with people when I'm out in public. And I'd pick up a copy of that and I'd start looking. I'd read the headlines, kind of read them out loud. Oh, man. Reagan, like Reagan meets with space aliens. Holy crap. And then I'd look over and I'd say, did you see this? This is crazy. And they're like, you don't believe that, do you? I said, what do you mean? It's the news. It says news right here on it, man. What are you talking about? It's got to be real. They couldn't print it, and these people would think that I was actually believing that shit. And I was love to watch their reactions, see how they act like, oh my God, this guy fucking believes this dumb shit. See?
I used to love the back of that because it had all kinds of weird ads, and it had like a whole ad section thing on the very last page. That was the best because you could look at some of the odd crap that people are trying to sell, books and info and all kinds of.
Don't let me forget Pizza Index. Okay, just
Pizza
remember
cost.
that. No, Pizza Index.
All right.
Don't forget that because I'm going to bring that up here in just a minute. This is you're gonna look what DJ's got for his he's got it on his shirt now. Look what he's got. He's got that star from Mikey's presentation last night. It's pretty cool.
That was cool, man. Showing all the pictures.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that.
I love that kind of stuff.
All right. So this is a lawyer, 18 years in the practice. And she's had to go through like a lot of different text messages for court cases and shit like that. Listen to this.
Okay, so those text messages that just got released, here's my 2 cents as an attorney who's been practicing for 18 years, has read thousands of text message exchanges between people, crimes, divorces, everything. I've seen it all. This does not read right. This does not give authentic. I have never, not once, seen a layperson use the word vehicle. A 22-year-old referring to their dad as old man, laying out specifically so many details. The one person called my love. I just, it's not reading authentic to me. I'm calling bullshit. It lays into this narrative they're trying to create with this whole situation, get their base all riled up, angry, violent. I'm calling bullshit on the text messages. I want to see the screenshots. I want to see the flow of the conversation. I want to see their conversations from before. Like, I'm just not buying it. Nope, not buying it. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, also release the Epstein files.
That's the way to end it. I'm telling you.
You know what I find interesting with all this? I feel like they pulled up such a shitty psyop that like even people that are really kind of not into anything what they coin conspiracy. I heard people talking about it at work that I never would even think would look into anything like that, and they're trying to break it down and stuff. I was just listening in the background. I'm like, I don't know, man. They pulled something off that they can't. They're trying to cover up, but they can't.
Well, what
Yeah.
it is they're trying to instigate a fucking riot. They're trying to instigate this paradigm, dude. They want an excuse for Trump to govern harder. Like,
Yeah.
right?
But the
No, I
one
hear
thing,
what you're saying. I'm listening to what you're saying because I'm catching it too. And what I find is they want to welcome all these people to the new paradigm, but it's so chaos and misdirected. I've been talking about it a few times, so about how they're going to bring up all these blue hairs and they're going to act a fool because they can't handle the reality, like they can't handle the truth. So then they're going to make it a reason for Trump to show up and shit. I'm not comparing it to Charlie Kirk or any of these trans fucking shooters. But what I'm saying is they want us to start a war, but we're not really into it yet. We really haven't seen the edge of the blade just yet. The boot's not big enough, right?
but the one thing that they're all agreeing on is that he is dead, that he was shot by somebody. So
Yeah, that
that's
is
the
something
thing.
I find weird too.
I'm on the fence.
Here's
I
Bruce
figured as much.
Wayne. Bruce Wayne has joined us. How you doing, Bruce?
Yeah, I doubt that's who I think it is.
That ain't Vlad. Hello, Bruce.
Bruce.
You're muted.
Unmute, sir. Come on. You can do it.
Taking up space unless you unmute. All right, you're taking up space. Pull your camera on and go ahead and show me that you're a real person, and then I'll bring you back up.
Spin around with a carrot
I
in your
thought
mouth.
you wouldn't let me
There you
unmute. I was gonna say you can't hang around the trap house unless you're gonna buy something or you're a cop. You can't hang around the trap house unless you buy something or you're a cop.
So what's
Why
happening,
you
Bruce?
buy
What's
something?
on your mind? Are you the infamous Batman?
Bruce Wayne.
No.
No.
Commissioner Gordon, are you here?
Wow.
Okay.
Right on.
What was that?
I have no fucking idea. No idea whatsoever.
You know what else I find funny? Some people though, like I was breaking everything, all this information down to people, right? And the one guy's like, "Well, why would they do this?" And then he's like, "That's just all coincidence." He's like, "You don't believe in coincidence?" And I'm telling him, I'm like, "What's the probability? You know,
I know, right? That's
like
what
what's the
people.
probability? I want you to tell me." But they can't tell me. So
Like for example, for the Patsy at the Charlie Kirk thing to be involved with 3 other instances where it was big high level news, right?
exactly that too.
And like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, man, but like you're right on path with like
Because
breaking up these
is now.
But the one thing I wanted to say, Saul, while I got the mic for 1 second, is that I got some friends out here, and like most of my friends are enemies. So, like, I wouldn't put it past my people to like be trolling me and showing up here just to troll me and shit. Like, I'm not talking like I'm no celebrity or no shit, but
Did you know that guy?
no, I didn't recognize him, bro. No.
That's his boyfriend.
No.
Frenemies.
There was this other guy that came on. He trolled us one night, Saw, and I know who he was. He's this gambler dude. He's like on YouTube Shorts and shit. He was this gambler guy, and I don't have his name right now. I wish I would have it written down. But anyways, he showed up one night, and we were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And he was acting all like fruity and shit, like he was playing ball, but like he was too shy. I swear to God, he was like this really famous gambler dude. Like he's YouTube famous gambler dude. Like he had his own jet. They were like, they made him famous, right? And he showed up here one night, just seeing what we were talking about. Like you said, man, like we're doing a lot of damage out here, man. Like specifically you, Saul. You're doing a lot of damage out here, bro. Like positive damage, you know.
Well, there's no greater enemy to a lie than the truth, and that lies don't like the light of day. Deception does not like the light of day, and I think that you can take series of events logical, critical thinking and deductive reasoning has to go into it too. You know, real critical thinking. And when you do that and you compare it to the little story that they give you, you start realizing, okay, this is a fucking story. They're giving me a story. That's what's happening here. And we find that out, you know, the Trump getting shot in the ear. I mean, how many times we got to break that down? We've seen the Trump guy, moving the photographers into the right position to get the right shots, lowering the flag down behind him so they could get that fucking shot. It's all staged, every bit of it. Same guy that was there with Trump when this supposedly got shot in the ear was there right behind Charlie Kirk when he got shot. I mean, what the fuck, man? What's the coincidences going on? How many are we going to do? How many are we going to do? How many anomalies are we going to make excuses for? But nobody's looking at that. Nobody's looking at that. They're going into their emotion. Oh, they killed Charlie Kirk. Some people going, oh, this is great. And other people going, that's terrible. All right, we're in two camps. You're a liberal. And even the vice president of the United States, when someone on the left said this is a time we should come together for unity, he said, no, there's no unifying with these people, you know, like totally rejecting even that idea, that prospect. It's clear and obvious that they're wanting to divide people into this binary camp. And to what end? I think maybe possibly civil war, a reason to put in military crackdown, whatever it is. The hammer's going to start coming down.
Information too.
They have very short amount of time to get this all in fucking place.
Yeah. Especially the digital stuff, especially the stuff now digitally will suddenly start to be the next focal point that they'll make, because they'll say, well, people are talking and we can look and see what they're saying, and this could be a threat.
Oh, so I wanted to tell you what this pizza index. Remember what I said about the pizza
index?
Okay.
Yeah. What they found out, I'm going to bring this up for a second here.
So I just wanted to let you know that it's Pizza Index.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So what they were able to do, let me give you the background of this. It says in the 70s and 80s, the Soviet Pizza Intelligence, PITSINT doctrine. Soviet intelligence operatives developed unconventional surveillance methodology targeting Washington, D.C.'s late-night food delivery patterns, KGB code name PITSINT, or Pizza Intelligence. If lights were burning late at the Pentagon or CIA, the delivery couriers were hauling stacks of pizza through the door. Something big might be brewing behind closed doors. That's the operational logic. Strategic rationale. When U.S. military and intelligence staff worked late into the night during emergencies, they would order large quantities of food, especially pizza, since it is quick and convenient. A spike in pizza orders could signal that something significant was happening behind closed doors.
Almost like a show of force. Like they would do it on purpose and order 40 pizzas from the Pizza Nova near my house, and then have some idiots carry two idiots from the store. Like, you're going to tell me they're having an after hours employee party at the Algonquin Outfitters store, which is like a tourist trap canoe shop near here. I don't care. I'm speaking quite openly now, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's actually applicable to what I see on the street.
What do you think that was talking about, Snowman?
Well, of course, if you have prisoners, quote unquote, in this video game that's just a video game hypothetical, they're going to need.
I'm talking about what I just read.
Oh, I know. I think it's to keep them alive because it keeps them docile and they like pizza. Every kid likes pizza.
Wow.
I remember when.
It's all right, man. I got it.
Pizza places were Italian. I remember all the pizza places used to be Italian. It's like a connection.
So let me break this down for you guys, because apparently you think this.
Scroll up and read it again.
Apparently Justin doesn't get it. Yeah, apparently Snowman doesn't get it.
All right.
It's all right. No.
All right. So the KGB was able to tell that there was probably some kind of a military operation or something going on by observing delivery patterns of fast food to these offices after hours and late into the night. And usually the most commonly ordered takeout food is pizza. So what they did was they monitored all the amount of pizzas that went out of different places going to government buildings. And this would tell them whether or not there was a threat level. Look, they even have a threat level that's current right now. Look at
It's like,
this.
oh, they ordered 40 pepperonis, level 4, please.
So this is live right now, okay, for Domino's Pizza. These are, of course, are in DC. Okay, so here's Domino's Pizza. And the last report when I pulled this up was around 9 p.m. Okay, and it says much quieter than usual. Okay, as busy as usual. They got all these right here. And what this will do is up here, it'll put a DEFCON number up here telling you how likely there is of some kind of either military action or some kind of bullshit going to happen or whatever else based on the amount of pizzas being delivered to government buildings.
I'm just telling you how many kids they need to subdue. Yeah, that's what I think is.
So let me ask you, does that website also, because you scrolled down, it said the gay bar report?
Yeah, it did.
We've monitored all the bars.
Exactly what the gay bar report right here. They've right now, I guess they got nominal traffic at the Freddy's Beach Bar, and the little gay pub is doing much quieter than usual. It looks like maybe
where did Ryan Stately used to work? Because I guarantee that shit's off the hook right now.
Well, Freddy's Beach Bar, as you can tell, look here, see this outfit over here on the right suffering for business because it says it's much quieter than usual, and then this much busier than usual. So they probably might be having like a pecker contest or something.
Yeah, they're over there. They're over there at Lake Norman and fucking doing her up. Yeah.
Well, the first one looks like it's really throbbing. I'm telling you, dude.
It's going. It's vibing right now. It's vibing. Don't say throb. That's
Sorry.
Yeah.
Throb's one of them trigger words. You can't say throb on this channel. Okay, you can say a lot of things.
Okay, so here's the thing. Joe Biden's ice cream. They have one set up for that one. And it says, will Joe Biden make an appearance by September 22nd? And based on his consumption of ice cream, they have it at 49% chance.
Wow. I just wanted to make a quick report. OA in the chat said that it's much gayer than usual.
There's a whole lot of gay, but this is really cool. I'll put this in the chat if y'all want to take a look at it.
I'm good.
It's got some interesting information on this.
Throw it in there. What is it?
You got to be careful with stuff that soft shows. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Fucking D man's gonna be watching the gay report.
Look,
It's got history too. You can get down here and see. Pentagon Pizza Index expanded beyond pizza monitoring to include gay bars near sensitive government facilities. The theory suggests that unusually quiet activity at LGBTQ plus establishments during peak hours may indicate personnel working overtime on classified operations because they go to the gay bars. Oh my God. As military and intelligence staff avoid public venues during high tempo periods. The queer.
Can I just bait out these guys full on? No. Nobody that has 10 employees needs 10 pizzas delivered after hours to the shop. Nobody that has 10 or 12 employees needs 10 or 12 pizzas delivered to their shop after hours. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to shut the fuck up because I don't care if I get shot. I'm really beyond. Like, there's two things I'll die for, Saab. Okay, and yeah, I'm a tiny bit intoxicated, but there's only two things I'll die for: the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. And I'm not even American. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, it does make total sense.
You know, this hasn't got anything to do with Pizzagate or trafficking children.
It's ridiculous.
I wasn't talking about that either. I don't know if I was misunderstood or what.
I was just making sure that you kind of understood this because I don't know, it's a little off topic. Anyways,
I obviously didn't.
Queerty reported on how this iconic gay bar near the Pentagon became part of an open source intelligence tracking with observers noting correlations between quiet nights at establishments like Freddy's Beach Bar and subsequent military developments in the Middle East.
Sov, that website also, let me just steer you for a second. That website, if you go to the back to the regular pizza index one, you can go to a map. It's even got a GPS. Goofiest website ever.
D-Man's already gone deep.
Oh man, it's funny. It shows you all the local places and tells you if there's things going on. You can
Where's
click
the
on
map
it.
at? Where's the map at?
It's on the main page. If you go to the main page and it
I'm
starts
on
you
the
off,
main page right
it
now.
says
Yeah.
cards. Look at the link. Look
All
at
right.
the box next to it. It says map, and then
Oh,
scroll
okay.
out.
There
Oh,
you go.
There we go.
Are they labeled? I don't see
Okay,
it.
so here's the gay bar. There's Freddy's Beach Bar.
See, this is why I do. This is why I do things vicariously, because then there's plenty of people out there to do the work for me.
There's the District Pizza Palace. We the Pizza. This one. These are all real close to the Pentagon. See, there's the Pentagon.
We the Pizza.
We the Pizza. That actually is the name of it.
Papa John's. Closest one to them is called Extreme Pizza. And where's that other?
We got Papa John's up here. I wouldn't mind trying one of them Papa John's ones. I think I've seen commercials. You must have one.
There's Pizzato Pizza. 2.2 miles.
exotic.
Where's the other gay bar? There it is. It's over here.
Is that the Blue Oyster up there? Is that what
This
it is?
one right here, the little gay
Da,
pub.
da, 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 da.
Yeah, if you look closely, you can see Brian Staveley standing on the street there. I just like calling him out. I missed that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's one of the first persons that came on the show when I got involved in the community. Came on my show and he interviewed me and PJ actually.
So this is, I guess, wow, this is pretty crazy.
Damn, fucking gay bars. I can't believe how many gay bars there are nowadays. I mean,
Yeah, right.
There's only two there.
Man.
I mean, there were none when I was growing up.
Oh, they were around. They just didn't.
Yeah, they were around.
They just weren't as open about it. That's all.
I remember when.
Can I say something? Sorry, bro. In Ontario, they closed all the strip joints, but there's actually gay strip joints. You can get the Chip and Dale treatment if you want, but you can't find a pole dancer.
Oh, they're pole dancers. They're just not on a pole.
Good one, Sal.
I shouldn't tell this story on the internet, but what the hell, right?
Okay.
So when I got out of the Army, right, I used to be a bouncer for this club. It was called Club Fusion, right? It was when I was down in Texas. But when I moved back here, I came back home and I would still wear my Club Fusion shirt, right? Every now and again, I'd throw that shirt on. Well, little did I know, since I had been gone, that there was a Club Fusion that started up here. Well, you can venture to guess what that club was.
Oh,
you know, so I'd be walking around and be like, "You work at Club Fusion?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I used to work there."
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, that T-shirt got burnt, but
yeah. Wow.
Everybody's like, "Yeah, right, Chad. Whatever."
Like, why are you wearing that gay shirt? That's what you say when somebody's wearing a NASA
What do you
shirt.
What do you mean? This shirt is an actual fudge factory.
Oh, where was that? I had a thing
straight out of Uranus.
Anus. Yeah.
All right, this is kind of like, so how did Israel get such control of the United States? Let's take a look at-
Zionism.
Pizza.
That's the one shirt, that NASA shirt, that's the one that doesn't get a pass. If I see a NASA shirt, it's a comment on the street, guaranteed.
No, you see somebody in a NASA shirt, say, "Hey, dude, I like your gay pride shirt."
There you go.
In the
Going
60s,
nowhere.
they used to, if we found a underground gay bar, I remember in the news that there were people going there and beating the shit out of all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine
Back
so.
in the 60s anyway, but
Well, you know,
remember the
I don't
news
think you
reports.
need to go to that extreme, but
Yeah, I was just saying the difference in the
Yeah,
mentality.
rural areas are usually slow on the cuff. Like, you know, even with racism and shit, rural areas are slow to the take, right?
I mean, I find it myself. I think it's disgusting as shit. But if somebody wants to engage in that, that's cool. Whatever, do your thing. Just don't. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
about it.
they should.
You know what I'm saying?
They used to keep it in the closet. They came out of the closet. That's when it.
Well, everybody just needs to go back in the closet. Quit talking about your fucking private shit. That's the best thing right there. Anyway, here's how Israel. This is a little bit long. It's only 9 minutes. We'll stop it.
I got a theory on that also about.
Okay, well, let's hear what this is, and we'll hear your theory.
In this video, I will prove to you that Israel is ruling the American government. But wait, how can that even be possible? How can a country of just 9 million people have such a grip on the world's biggest superpower? Why does the US send $3.8 billion every year to Israel, while Americans struggle with healthcare, housing, and student debt? Why do American presidents, Republican and Democrat alike, all stand in line to promise loyalty to Israel no matter what? And why, even after thousands of dead children in Gaza, does Washington continue to send bombs stamped "Made in USA"? The answer lies in history, politics, money, religion, and power. Today, we're going to connect the dots. Let's start with the numbers. Since World War II, the United States has given over $260 billion in aid to Israel, more than to any other country in the entire world. But this isn't just foreign aid. It's a pipeline, a guaranteed, unstoppable stream of U.S. taxpayer money that flows straight into Israel's military machine. Every year, the U.S. sends $3.8 billion to Israel. That's about $10 million every single day. And where does it go? To fighter jets, to bombs, to tanks, to missile defense systems like the Iron Dome. All of it funded by American taxpayers. Take 2016, for example. Under President Obama, the U.S. signed the largest military aid deal in American history, a $38 billion package over 10 years. Locked in, guaranteed, no matter who sits in the White House. That means while Americans argue about how to pay for healthcare or education, Israel never has to worry about where its next warplane is coming from. Here's the catch. Much of this money never even leaves the U.S. By law, a huge portion of the aid must be spent on American defense companies, giants like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Raytheon. So Israel gets the weapons, the corporations get the profits, and ordinary Americans, they get the bill. Take the F-35 stealth fighter jet. Each one costs around $80 million. The U.S. has supplied dozens to Israel, making it one of the few countries in the world with access to this next-generation aircraft. Meanwhile, teachers in Detroit buy school supplies out of their own pockets. Or consider Israel's Iron Dome. This missile defense system has received over $2.6 billion in U.S. funding since 2011. That's money that could have rebuilt crumbling U.S. infrastructure, bridges, roads, and water systems that experts say will cost over $2 trillion to repair. While Israel expands its military arsenal, over 500,000 Americans are homeless. While Israeli cities are shielded by US-funded defense systems, tens of millions of Americans live without health insurance. So ask yourself, why does a nation of 9 million people get unlimited US tax dollars while 330 million Americans are told there's no money for basic needs? This isn't generosity. It's not charity. It's an investment in war, an investment in the military-industrial complex that profits from endless conflict. And behind every dollar, every deal, every jet and missile is a network of politics, lobbying, and influence that keeps this pipeline flowing. So the question is, why? Is this really about strategy? Or is there something far deeper? Money, power, and control driving America's unconditional support for Israel? This is where names matter. One organization stands at the center, AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. For decades, AIPAC has been called the most powerful foreign policy lobby in Washington. Its annual conferences draw thousands of politicians, business leaders, and donors, with U.S. presidents, both Republican and Democrat, showing up to pledge loyalty on stage. But it's not just speeches, it's money. In the 2022 midterms alone, pro-Israel groups poured over $30 million into campaign donations. AIPAC's Super PAC, the United Democracy Project, spent millions to defeat candidates who criticized Israel. Even Democrats like Donna Edwards in Maryland or Andy Levin in Michigan, both targeted and beaten after questioning unconditional U.S. aid to Israel. The message is clear. Step out of line and you're gone. Former Congressman Paul Findley once said that voting against Israeli interests is political suicide. He knew firsthand. After serving 22 years in Congress, his career ended once he started questioning U.S. policy toward Israel. And AIPAC isn't alone. There's Christians United for Israel, led by televangelist John Hagee, mobilizing millions of Christian Zionists to pressure Congress.
These Christian Zionists, man, God, have they got people fucking bamboozled. I got to tell you.
You got one on the corner of your street, eh? You told us you got one on the corner of your street, Israel. One of them.
Yeah,
Israel
she goes to one of them churches. I don't know. I haven't seen that flag out there recently, though.
John Hagee, yeah, he's a Zionist.
Oh yeah,
I've known him for a while. He's been around forever.
I mean, Dallas, Texas Seminary teaches the Schofield theory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was all created. It's a false eschatology created in order to, I believe we're in Satan's little season, to be honest, and they're hiding history. And
I don't know why. But I keep hoping that there is somebody coming to.
I'm not finished yet.
No, man, he was talking.
Yeah, bro, I love his voice.
Do it. You know what? Now, come on, Snowman. You've been told about that fucking shit a bunch of times. Now, quit it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to step on.
When someone else is talking, don't talk.
I know. It's just
anyway, there's a Christian movement going on right now. It's called eschatology, Satan's little season. There's a bunch of channels on it.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah,
it's explaining a lot, and it's really. I think I was bamboozled once too. I used to listen to John Hagee.
Yeah.
And it was because of my.
A lot of people do. Look how much money those motherfuckers got, bro.
I know. My original pastor in Houston, Texas, went to Dallas Seminary, and he could speak fluently Greek and Hebrew, and I thought, oh, that's great. But then I realized that he was a ball. He lived in Houston. He believed in NASA, and then he was dead by the time. He was dead by the time I found out. In 2010 about all the fakery going on with NASA and all that stuff. And then, but he was dead by then and I couldn't confront him. But, now, it's just, I think they actually believe it too. I think, I don't know.
I'm just trying to say that I do believe that we may be.
Dude, do you learn anything? Shit.
I'm listening. You can interrupt me anytime you want, Chicago. I was just agreeing with them mostly. And about how I think that Satan has run over this place, and it's much simpler to.
The Statue of Liberty is transgendered, and it's got a broken chain at its ankle, celebrating.
It's androgynous, just like the angel.
It's Lucifer, the light bearer, the light bearer, Satan, whatever you want to call him. It said that Satan would be released after 1,000 years of the millennial reign. We believe the millennial reign has already occurred. They're celebrating it, 1776, the reestablishment of the republic, who worships liberty, liberty to sin against God. Satan was liberated, liberty, 1776.
Yeah. Hey, Carrie Skates, that was me that burped.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's ready to jump on him. Yeah,
I just got done eating this fucking apple cream cheese pastry thing that my wife made, man. And I'm about to go in there and get another one.
Is there a local cookie?
Yeah, hold on.
It's got cinnamon. It's got cinnamon sugar sprinkled on it. It's got cream cheese and baked apples in it, man. It's some fucking shit, bro.
Go grab me one while you're on there. Okay.
Right? It sounds good, doesn't it? Anyway, let's finish this thing.
Picking apples.
Yeah, that's a good screenshot. That there, yeah.
I soak my peeled apples in cinnamon and sugar, man. It's fucking.
Oh yeah.
And they're organic. They're organic apples because I live in Washington, the apple state, and I can go all over the place and just pick. It's organic apples everywhere.
Yeah. My mom used to bake them in the oven. They would get soft and you could just scoop them out.
We used to throw them at
so good.
We used to throw them at other kids on bikes when they go by.
Soft apples, so you hit it, and it just makes a mess.
No, man, use them green ones and little fucking hard green ones. We had this crab
Granny
apple.
apples. Yeah.
They did about this big as all they come up. And the funny thing was that they'd go off and fall into the gutter and stay up on the roof and shit, and they'd sit out in the sun. And they would ferment.
Yeah.
They would ferment. They didn't stink. And there was this squirrel that would get up there and eat those fucking things and get drunk and shit. And he'd fall off the roof. And oh my God, man.
For sure.
Passed out in the tree. It was a little alcoholic squirrel. It was crazy as hell, man. But yeah, those things, man, that'll leave a welt on you.
Yeah,
A little
so we're
fucking
gonna
apple, one of them hard ass apples like that, man. I remember chucking one of those as hard as I can, hit my older brother right in the thigh, man. And he got like a goose egg on his leg. From
You ever
that.
eat one?
Yeah, they're sour as shit, man.
Oh yeah.
We had an apple tree in our backyard growing up, a Jonathan apple tree, and I used to climb it as a kid. It was a great. I lived in Omaha growing up, and they have have trees. The hills of Omaha. It was.
Yeah.
But I got out of there, and I had an intuition when I was 15 to get the fuck out of there, because I lived next to the Omaha Home for Boys, and them kids were being. I didn't know that they were being abused during the very time I was. If you ever heard of the Franklin savings scandal.
Yeah. Franklin School.
The pedophile ring ran by the Catholic Church, the Omaha Home for Boys. They made a movie about when they made the Omaha Home for Boys. They made a movie about the founder of it. And anyway, it was a propaganda.
Did you ever see the movie Sleepers?
Yeah. That's
Kevin
no more
Bacon.
secrets.
It's about that same kind of thing, but these guys after they grow up. Pretty good story, really. Anyway, let's get back onto this movie here.
So this ADL is coming up,
presenting
right?
itself as a civil rights group, but often lobbying to silence critics of Israel. And dozens of PACs, some with vague names like Pro-Israel America PAC, funnel millions into local elections. Together, these groups form what scholars like John Mearsheimer and Stephen Walt have called the Israel lobby, one of the most powerful forces in Washington, shaping U.S. foreign policy more than any think tank, business lobby, or grassroots movement. And the influence isn't only financial. The lobby has deep reach into the media and academia.
Did you see where that was located?
Yeah, Utah.
Right there.
I don't know my state.
Utah, Salt Lake. Anyway,
ADL.
Omaha's right in the center, and I would disagree that on one thing, that I don't know if it's the Jesuits or the Zionists. I think the Jesuits created the Zionists. It's like,
It's too hard to nail down. I wanted to speak up and I wanted to interrupt because I think that maybe, just maybe, we're losing focus on the fact that these are multiple organizations working together, and they want us to hate the Jews right now. And I'm telling you, it's way bigger. That's my thing. I feel it's way bigger.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing, and this is what I want you to do. Yeah.
Listen, you see this? Which finger's doing the squeezing? They're all independent of one another, right?
All of them.
Yeah.
They're all doing it. They're all part of the same fucking hand. That's what you got.
All the rabbits go to Satanism, basically.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. It comes to a battle of good and evil, and I'll shut the front door for a second. But I just think like maybe they're trying to make us target these guys because they like being the victim. That's what they want. And they can't get us riled up because, like I said, the knife hasn't quite come to our throat yet.
Listen, they have got people riled up. It's working splendidly.
Fucking A, I'm
on the
riled
normies, it's working splendidly.
I would agree with you, Saab.
Lobby or grassroots movement. And the influence isn't only financial. The lobby has deep reach into the media and academia. Organizations like the Middle East Media Research Institute, or MEMORY, and the Washington Institute for Near East Policy, or YNEP, pump out reports, op-eds, and talking points that frame Israel as America's indispensable ally. This machine works quietly but effectively. Presidents from Clinton to Bush, Obama to Biden, and now Trump have all maintained the same bottom line: billions for Israel, unquestioned support no matter the human cost. But money and lobbying are only half the picture. There's something deeper, a narrative, a story that has been carefully crafted for decades. For decades, Israel has been sold to the American public as the only democracy in the Middle East. From Hollywood movies to school textbooks, Israel is painted as a brave little country surrounded by enemies. Meanwhile, Palestinians are often erased or portrayed as aggressors. Look at US presidents. From Reagan to Bush, Clinton to Obama, Biden to Trump, every one of them repeats the same script. America stands with Israel. Why? Because challenging that narrative would be political suicide. But there's another layer that makes this even stronger: religion. Millions of American evangelicals believe that Israel's survival fulfills biblical prophecy. Groups like Christians United for Israel, led by Pastor John Hagee, openly preach that supporting Israel is God's will. That means millions of votes tied to religion, a powerful bloc no president wants to lose. In 2018, when Trump moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, it wasn't just for Israel, it was also a gift to evangelicals. So we have money, we have lobbying, we have religion, but what about consequences? What happens when U.S. leaders keep supporting Israel no matter the cost? Here's the contradiction. America claims to defend democracy and human rights, yet it bankrolls a system of apartheid, illegal settlements, and endless bombings. Every missile that hits Gaza, paid for with American tax dollars. Every hospital destroyed, linked back to Washington. And this is why so many are asking, who's ruling who? Is America guiding Israel, or is Israel guiding America? Former U.S. officials like General David Petraeus have even admitted blind support for Israel is fueling anti-American sentiment worldwide. In other words, this isn't just about Palestine. It's about America's future. So, is Israel ruling the American government? The evidence is there. The billions in aid, the lobbying machine, the narrative control, the religious influence, and the political cost of saying no. A country of 9 million people dictating policies of a superpower of 330 million. But here's the real question. How long can this last? As more Americans wake up to the truth, as global outrage grows, silence becomes impossible. And when that silence finally breaks, the question won't just be about Israel, it'll be about America itself. Whose interests is Washington really serving? Its people or someone else's?
Yeah.
No, so I can tell you, there's one preacher that actually takes that trip every year
in this
to
video,
Israel. And he's got his own Lear jet, but he's got a real poor congregation in Texas somewhere. He makes sure that he shows up for each one of those meetings in Israel.
I got a comment that's offside. Can I make a comment? Sorry, bro.
Israel. My comment is Israel is not Israel. They're Khazars from the Bolshevik. They came from the Black Sea area, and it was right across the Black Sea was the Roman Church. I believe the Roman Church taught them about, if you call yourself these people, then people will think you're the chosen. And I think it was all created by the Jesuits. Before the 1700s, we were anti-Roman. Washington, D.C. sits on the Seven Hills. It's a part of Rome.
Yeah.
It's old.
I've heard this before, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Capitol Hill, same as in Rome.
Yeah.
We were protesters. Originally, the Protestants means protesters against Rome. And then
interestingly enough, though, prior to that, this area was actually brought to heels by Catholics. Okay. And listen, when there was a heavy duty Catholic influence, but after Columbus came here, suddenly there was an influx of 300,000 fucking Jews came into America. That's something you don't always hear about. But that was,
What I'm
you know,
saying,
you know why? You know why? You know what else happened in 1492? Spain expelled the Jews.
Facts, eh, bro?
That's the same year that Columbus set sail. Part of the Colombo family.
Didn't he make a deal with the king? I'm not fully educated, but give me a second here. Didn't Columbus make a deal with the king? He was supposed to come over here and bring riches back. There was some fictional thing about how he was supposed to come over here because he knew there was wealth. Almost like the Vikings TV show where the Vikings wanted to go and see the eastern lands and stuff because he heard there was riches and shit like this. But my brain, listen, my brain was talking about how Columbus
That's
made a promise and got all this funding because you don't fly a aircraft carrier across nowhere without permission. And so he had permission to come here, and he's the name that we're all preaching, right? About how he come over here.
He was bringing the kernel as 23 herbs and spices.
It's the District of Columbia.
Okay.
It's Rome. Yeah. It's the reestablishment of Rome because for some reason Satan likes to rule under Rome, and who crucified Christ? Rome crucified Christ.
Well, actually, the Pharisees. Rome. Listen, Pontius Pilate had absolutely no choice. Okay, and this is all because of Caiaphas. Caiaphas was a conniving little snake. All right. And he wanted to shut down Jesus. Really, he had a real hard on for it. Now, at the time, Rome was spread out really thin. They did not have the troops to be able to withstand if the people revolted or rioted. There was requests for reinforcements and more personnel that weren't being met in Jerusalem at the time. Caiaphas threatened Pilate that if you don't do this, you're going to have a heavy duty fucking riot on your hands. So he even tried. He says, listen, I'll tell you what, I'll release one of these guys to you. But
Romans,
and he brought out, he made it so it would be like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
So he brought out, what was the guy's name? Barabbas, right? And this guy was an insane fucking serial killer, fucking rapist, shit, right? He was terrible. He didn't care. He had no empathy whatsoever. He was a terrible fucking person. And Caiaphas got the crowd to go to release him. That's how bad he wanted Jesus killed. See, and so it was sort of like, look, we have to do this, or we're going to have a huge riot. I have to keep peace and order here.
Because the state was the god then. They wanted the state to be the god.
Well, the state was the only one that
kind of like what we have now.
No, hold on. I want to hear Stav respond. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of what we have now.
The state was the only.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, Trump was in London. He was in England there meeting with King Charles. Did you guys see any of this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
My king of Canada.
Did you guys notice the flaws with the protocol?
He's walking in front.
Yeah, boy.
I didn't know Luca was here yet.
It's gonna be the only thing I hear about him since he's king.
Well, I think they were there. Is this the one? Hang on a second now.
How he's important.
Yeah, this is him with King Charles and Camilla, I guess is her name. Oh.
I think he liked the song,
man.
I like that song. What the hell?
I thought it was real. I thought it
What
was
a
real
goofy
at first.
show.
I was like, wait a second, there's no box on this. or
Okay, it's
nothing.
not real.
And then I went and looked at. My wife looked it up, and it was they were playing our national anthem. Is what
They didn't have the fact checkers.
The guy
so
looked like
everybody
he was
knew.
conducting it. The guy looked like he was conducting it. You know.
Can I say my one life-threatening thing on my side here? Because
No,
I'm
I
just
don't want you to say anything life-threatening at all.
okay. Well, I'm just being dramatic. But so what it is around my place is we got the town hall, and every year they decorate it with a menorah. And normally I wouldn't have anything against it, but this is a primarily, Christian community. Like we have a mosque now, like we got a Walmart and a mosque, like we're big time now, right? But I couldn't tell you where the nearest fucking synagogue is. It's got to be over 180 kilometers away.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, if the nearest synagogue is 180 kilometers away, why is there a menorah at my town hall?
Because they've got everybody so like they got to bend over backwards for these people.
Yeah, but hear me out. You hear the powerfulness of what I'm saying? Like
Union. It's the Union. It's like the Twin Towers. You know the Twin Towers?
Oh my fucking God! Yeah,
I'm losing it, bro.
I noticed.
What? That's my theory anyway.
180 fucking kilometers to the next synagogue, but we got a menorah.
That's a long way. Them Jews got to go a long way to go to church. That's a long fucking way to go to church, man. You have to start out the day before sometimes, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I saw.
No, go ahead, DJ.
No, go, Kabi.
That's all right. I'll wait a second. Go ahead.
Okay, I saw something today because I'm subscribed to Linus Tech Tip. Do you know him?
Who?
Linus Tech Tips is really popular on YouTube.
No, I don't know.
It's like if you want to see it right now, like you just have to type because the video it's like
what does he do? What is just I don't know.
it's like the the 24-hour sun, the fake.
Yeah.
Like I think it's those screen they use. Like I know where everyone show a lot of kinds of screen.
Oh man, there's so many different ways they could fake that fucking shit. It's fake. They did.
Yeah,
Listen, they did
LED
the same
really
thing.
really small.
Listen, they did the same thing as they're doing like with this Charlie Kirk assassination. They're making it like it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
You see, oh, we saw this, so dispute what we saw. Okay, well, the video you gave us was fucking shit. Okay, we picked that apart, found all the seams, everything in it. The shadows are fucked up. You guys lied. Okay, that's the basic thing. Not looking for explanations for your observation. You didn't have an observation.
But who lied to us all? It was the media, right?
Well, and the people that were involved with that,
right?
I can think of two of them right off the top of my head. One of them's named Austin. The other one's named Jaren.
Yeah. Well, were they genuine to begin with? Who knows?
No.
I don't think
We've been
so.
calling Jaren out forever.
Oh, not this guy. I'm fucking not sure about this Tucker Carlson fool.
Well,
he says a lot of good shit. I know you don't like Rogan either, Saul, but Rogan says a good thing once in a blue moon.
Well, yeah, everybody does. A blind squirrel finds a fucking acorn every so often too. But the thing is I listen to the information. But we already know this guy. He was an intern at the CIA when he was in college or whatever. His dad was CIA. He acted surprised when he found out that his dad was CIA. But it's a character. Okay, Tucker Carlson is a character. You're supposed to like him. You're supposed to like. All these guys are. Yeah. But it's interesting because I listen to the information. I'm wanting to see what are they feeding into it. How are they going to get this fomented? What's the end game? Who's playing who? Let's see.
You hope that.
You gotta listen.
That Charlie Kirk's death won't be used by a group we now call bad actors to create a society that was the opposite of the one he worked to build. You hope that. You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country. And trust me, if it is, if that does happen, there is never a more justified moment for civil disobedience than that, ever. And there never will be. Because if they can tell you what to say, they're telling you what to think. There is nothing they can't do to you because they don't consider you human. They don't believe you have a soul. A human being with a soul, a free man, has a right to say what he believes, not to hurt other people, but to express his views. You hope that. You hope that Charlie Kirk's death won't be used by a group we now call bad actors to create a society that was the opposite of the one he worked to build. You hope that. You hope that a year from now, the turmoil we're seeing in the aftermath of his murder won't be leveraged to bring hate speech laws to this country. And trust me, if it is
going to be. Okay? It is going to be. It already is.
Yep.
We've seen, where was the broad?
It won't help them, though. because
Pam
they've
Bondi.
already-
Yeah. Pam Bondi.
I hate everybody equally. Well, no, really.
Well, that's kind
I
of how
love-
it is, right? You got to
love
judge
it.
a man by his actions, not by his affiliations necessarily, right? But
You're an equal opportunity hater.
I also love everybody equally.
There you go.
yeah, well, it sounds a lot less when you say it the first part. You're supposed to say the quiet part. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, my mama used to say,
See there,
don't hate.
Arthur Schopenhauer said there are two kinds of people in this world. Avoid both of them.
Thanks, man.
My mom
Great
said,
advice.
My mama always used to say, don't hate the sinner, hate the sin.
Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates.
I sensed it coming.
Yeah,
I
try
couldn't
not
let
to.
that one lay. Watch this real short little thing.
Oh, no.
If you know, you know. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I threw one in there for you, so it's on the private.
Oh.
And it's the very last link. That's a funny one, too.
Here's another resurfaced video from before she met Charlie. Real quick. You saying, Rocky, you sounded like a bumblebee in a jug while I was playing.
He was mumbling like he's biting his tongue worse than I am.
Started growing up as
I
a
love to
dude,
work out.
and they trained-
I love to work out.
Saab. I put a link in the
They have to
regular
work
chat. That's what that last video reminds me of. I don't know if anybody's seen it before, but it's kind of funny.
Wait, where am I? Here.
What was
It's
that
in the
video
regular chat.
from? Let's see
It's
what
all
you're
of
talking
them. That's all of them.
Well, since Shakespeare times, guys, there's been women playing guys' roles and guys playing girls' roles. They've been fussing around since long before, like this isn't anything new. It's just being used as a weapon now, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
this
Nero.
isn't. Yeah, it's being used as
The
a
Greeks
weapon
and the
now.
Chinese had men play women in theaters forever, dude.
Nero.
Yeah, especially
What did Nero
yeah.
do? What did Nero do to his own son?
I don't remember.
Huh? You know
He
what he
tell
did?
it.
He didn't have one. He kicked his pregnant wife to death, and then he took his servant and he castrated him and made him dress up in his wife's clothes, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
something
look
like
at things I
that.
don't want to
It
read.
was
Yeah.
it was something like that. Yeah.
So this is what Cubby gave it.
I couldn't handle the dating scene anymore. I mean, I thought I was going to be single for the rest of my life.
I'd given up.
I was convinced there wasn't anyone out there who was compatible with me.
And then a friend told me about datingmatch.com.
Online dating? I have to admit, I was pretty skeptical.
It was so easy. I just went to the website, filled out the form, and they gave me my potential matches.
And that's where I met Erin. We messaged back and forth a couple of times, and then I asked her out on a date.
From the moment I met John, I knew that he was the biggest asshole.
I couldn't stand her. God, she was materialistic, self-centered,
Arrogant, unattractive,
shallow, stupid,
sexist.
Kept going on and on about how her mom was a pole vaulting champion in the early 90s or something. But who gives a shit?
Terrible listener. My mom, who was a pole vault champion, she's dead now. She would have hated him.
Cunty. Is that a word?
And he kept farting and blaming it on the Asian guy sitting next to us.
There was this Asian guy sitting next to us who kept farting the whole time. Gross. Why are you farting? It's a restaurant.
He even got angry because I'd never heard of this robot police movie.
I understand if you've never seen RoboCop. I get it. But you've never heard of RoboCop? Come on. You've heard of RoboCop.
What the fuck? Worst state of my life.
Why would someone pretend they don't know what RoboCop is? Because they're fucking crazy.
I couldn't take it.
This shit's That's what that reminded me of when she started
I
doing
can
it.
see that. Yeah, she like walks on the beach.
Hey, Saab, what was the video about Erica from?
I'm not sure. This is when she was Miss Arizona.
No way.
Yeah, she was Miss Arizona.
I don't know. She doesn't look good enough to be a beauty pageant queen, in my opinion. I don't know.
How big is your monitor?
These days, so.
Listen, I'm not that picky, man. Like, I'm just looking for someone that shares the same ideas. I don't care what you look like.
Really?
Yeah, facts, dude. I tried to mute myself, but no, really, I care more about their mind. You could be a swimsuit model, 5'11" with an 8-pack, fucking drag me out of a fire upstairs, no problem. Like,
Snowman, I heard there's this cute chick that hangs around on Roger's channel called Brenda. You might want to check it out.
She's looking for somebody.
Whatever, man. Like, Donald's got it out for me big time, man. The guy's got it out for me big time.
I shared a link too. I don't know if you talked about how they already. I guess somebody claimed from High My Nation that they already were putting cement down and cleaning up the whole stuff.
Yeah. What? Got pictures of that coming up here.
Awesome.
And some video. We got a little bit on Trump. This is kind of weird. He was in London. I showed you that thing where they played the national anthem. Dun, 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 dun.
What was his point of going there?
Not only did he walk ahead of the monarch back in 2018, he walked ahead of the Queen.
Yeah.
Walking ahead of Charles. Charles is trailing along like a puppy dog. And later he patted Charles on the back. Now, those are two definite things you don't do. It's against protocol. You do not touch the monarch unless you don't even shake hands unless they offer their hand to shake. Otherwise, you have to do like a bow or a curtsy. The Queen or the King, when he's done eating, everybody's fucking done eating. Yeah. That's just how the shit rolls, man. And so this is like a serious breach of protocol that I wonder what's behind it. I really do.
You count on all these things that are important. Yeah, the small things, right? Like things that most people wouldn't even notice, right? You know what I mean?
And I noticed this time he's got this guard guy he's talking to. They're just shooting the shit walking down this thing, and there's Charles back there walking along like a fucking puppy dog or something. Like he's not even, it don't even matter that he's there. I mean, that's the vibe I get from it. It's like, who cares if you're even here?
I wonder if Trump's part of that side of the bloodline. I think I heard something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
I heard he's Elvis.
Because it said too that apparently he's like the That's like his second trip there, meeting with them, and there hasn't been any other presidents for a long time that have gone and met with them.
Don't the small hats have a coin or something?
Yeah. These are British. These are the British. They have big hats. See the big hats? They're big hats, but they're run by small hats the same way as we are. So
I hear if you donate to Trump's campaign, he'll send you a gold coin with his face on it.
That's what I want. I want that. Well, it says here nobody has read harder than Trump is reading his speech in the UK state dinner. See Dick run.
Yeah.
In the finest tradition of British sovereigns, he's given his whole heart, everything he's got to those parts of Britain that are beyond the realm of mere legislation. It's not easy with which to find its essence and its virtue, its harmony, and its soul. In the finest tradition.
Wow.
That's the hardest speech I've ever heard read, man.
Listen, I mean, it's like he's just reading it for the very first time, real kind of droll, really against the way that he actually talks. You know, think about that. That's how he really talks. He doesn't talk like that.
He's in Buckingham Palace, right? That's where he was at.
This is another thing. So the memorial for Charlie Kirk, that's going to be September 21st in Glendale, Arizona. And you can find out about it at fightforcharlie.com. But this looks like some kind of a it looks like a political rally poster.
Okay.
And this is for his memorial. Look at this. Look at their black, starring Erica Kirk, Donald J. Trump, and Vice President J.D. Vance. You're going to have all these people there. See? More names to be announced. Get your tickets. I mean, what the fuck else could you have different? Or, I mean, do you really do a memorial like that?
How much for a plate?
I don't know.
$500 for a plate. And
Yeah, what is it, a dinner? Or
what it looked like.
It's kind of what it looks like. Like you go
ever
into
heard of
Yeah, it does. It looks like an event, like an award.
Has anybody heard of it?
They're
It's
doing
an
it at some
Amway, like an
stadium, too.
Amway fucking thing, man. Look, oh,
Definitely gonna be closed casket at a. Then what stadium do they say it's gonna be at?
It's in Arizona.
Heard of the Three City State? Has anybody heard of the Three City State?
Have we heard of it?
Yeah.
DC, London, and Rome.
Oh yeah, that's old shit. Yeah, that's baby truther stuff, man.
Baby Truther show. Call Dave Weiss up quick.
No, there might be something to all this shit. You can't discount everything, man.
It's trying to help the babies.
Wonder if Trump went over there to hide Prince Andrew's ties to Epstein.
Right. Well, the Vatican and the fucking Wailing Wall and the Freemasons and whoever runs Hollywood, like, they're all connected. And I like I said, I'll shut up. I just want to say one more time. It seems like we're all getting focused on this J word shit and the small hats. And sure, they're the ones almost like they're supposed to be the victim patsies for this shit.
That's what I said earlier. They're making it look, they're really putting it out there to make it really fucking obvious.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're playing scapegoat.
Yeah, and I was just bringing it back to the Three City State Jesuit shit.
Yeah. The Jews just want to be scapegoats, man.
Well, I think like that guy said, that they're get the whole world of hating on them, because then that brings in the fucking Messiah or whatever, the Antichrist or some shit.
It's a
Right, I have hope that there is some good guys out there, and somewhere deep in the system there is a couple good guys, but
There's not. You don't get to you will not get to that level of politics if you're a good guy. There are no
there's
good
guys. There's guys like me out there
How can you
that'll-
be a psychopath that wants to dictate shit to other people and be a good guy at the same time? How could you be
Well,
that?
listen, because at some point somebody has to judge Dredd this shit and say like evil is evil and good is good, and someone has to judge Dredd this shit.
Well, they
So-
get there, then they get taken out. They're not going to let that happen.
Right. I'm not saying I'm evil. I'm just saying justice is justice, and that might hurt other people's feelings, but justice is justice.
Well,
Is this
it depends on who's weighing the scale.
Whoa.
That's what I got.
Justice for Juicy Smollett.
Justice for Juicy. Hell yeah.
Or Diddy, or Puff Diddy, or whatever his name is.
So the Southern Poverty Center, is that where the ADL is based out of?
Pottery Center.
Yeah,
Poverty, not pottery.
Oh, pottery.
We got a pottery center down in Atlanta. They're making pots.
Isn't it true you broke that vase on April 27th?
Damn it.
Order.
Oprah-
Hear the crowd
Oprah
going
Winfrey.
murmur. I said that one time. I came in, the sheriff at the door. He's like, are you here for a case? I says, no, I'm just here to murmur in the fucking stands.
I'm here to browse.
I'm here to go murmur in between verdicts and shit.
And
Hey, Nicky, look at us with browsers.
And then that gives the judge the excuse to be able to hit his mallet a couple times, say, order. Say,
Yeah, or like I used to tell them, I would tell them I'm just here to take notes and try and learn for my case when it's coming up. They didn't like that either. They didn't think that was funny either.
Whenever they do that. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. You can go, bro.
I was just going to make a joke. It's all good.
I was going to say, like, I
He's gonna
wonder
make fun of me again for sure.
when's Tyler Robinson's case, like, because they say it's going to be on Zoom, or they're doing it on Zoom, but I wonder, like, is there any footage that came out yet, or
what do they have as far as concrete evidence beyond a reasonable doubt? Now, if I was this guy's lawyer, I'd say, you don't say a fucking thing. They got to prove that you shot Charlie Kirk from that position with that rifle, took it off the roof. They got to prove this shit. I don't give a fuck about some manufactured text messages. Okay. I would call that into question. I would call into question the whole fucking narrative. Okay. If I was his defense attorney.
Yeah,
But the reality of it is this: he's never going to make it to court. They're going to
No.
Oswald this motherfucker. Watch.
do you even think we're going to see a court case, like, on even
No.
like the Zoom?
Do you know that Lee Harvey Oswald has never been found guilty?
Nope.
Of assassinating President Kennedy.
Yeah.
There's
And there's
never
not
been
evidence.
a court
No.
case. There's never been a trial.
I wonder if we're going to see, like,
the similarities are obvious between the JFK and the so-called.
I think they want them to be obvious.
Yeah, it's
like,
obvious.
why
to
is there
you.
no? My fault, man.
It's
No,
like
man.
a divide.
Yeah. Why is there no news footage of, like, his family either? Tyler Robinson's family, the lawyer hasn't been in the news. His family hasn't been in the news.
His lawyer should have said
I mean, I didn't see it, but
But the guy that, did you see the shorts on the guy that they show the guy jumping off the roof, and the closest picture they got is sunglasses and kind of, and then they show the picture of the guy that they caught, and it don't look nothing like either one of. I mean, they don't match. It's not the same guy as the guy that jumped off the.
Don't matter. Roof. Neither one of those guys shot Charlie Kirk.
Exactly. It's just
that's
that
the
guy
whole
was
thing. Nobody shot Charlie Kirk. They got people chasing fucking ghosts.
That guy was probably just a janitor or something, knew how to get on the roof, and he just knew you could jump off the roof. And they didn't mind him.
Was there really anybody there, or is that an AI fucking image?
Yeah. Who the fuck knows?
Right, but these Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump, all these guys, they're some type of dudes. Like, they're some type of character. Like, they're something or whatever. Like, I don't know if it's genetic.
And it's very suspicious. The name of his outfit was called the Turning Point. Like, is this really a turning point? Something's gonna happen.
Yeah. So,
why would
question
Donald
for you, right
Trump
quick.
Post this on his social media?
Yeah, why?
That's a good question.
You understand what it's saying right there? So from 2017 to 2021, Donald Trump was the president. And from 2021 to 2025, the auto pen was president. And then
Yeah,
from
I know that is.
2025 to the present, Netanyahu is the president. And Donald Trump tweeted that. He
He's
posted
like
that.
putting it in your face. He's like, here, look at this.
And
had a
well, he
question
put that
for you
thing
guys.
out about Charlie Kirk. He says, the great Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. And then he put Shlomo Pearl, which is a slang thing in Israel, meaning a useful idiot.
Right. Yeah. So I got a question. Was the roof sloped?
I was a useful idiot once.
Was the roof sloped, like where you was shooting from? Are you asking?
Yeah, it's like the other roof that was shooting from.
No,
they,
it was-
they didn't want to put anybody on the slope roof because it was
No, it was
dangerous.
a flat roof.
Couldn't pull that one
Like the
again.
Blues Brothers, I'm on a mission from God as well. Just to quote the Blues Brothers, I'm on a mission from God too.
Jesus.
I own a flat roof. They're really easy to hide on a flat roof, but a flat roof is very good. I like going up there because it's like a deck on the top of your
on the roof.
Building. Yeah, you can go to the rooftop and just watch everything from up above everything.
Oh yeah, they did release the
Could have just been a
Zoom
kid.
call
Could have
on,
just
on
been.
YouTube.
Could have just been a kid who knew how to get on top of the fucking flat roof. They let him go.
Or it could have been nobody was up there and they just fucking bullshitting about that too.
Yeah, look at the zoom on the news. It's like he's sitting there in a stilled image, basically, not even fucking.
Why do
moving.
all
What the fuck?
these kids have connection to BlackRock or something? It seems like. What is that all
Oh,
about?
it's just blown out of the water. Like we were saying, it's no smoking gun. It's 20 or 30.
It's like a
different
character.
things that are
Yeah,
fucked
it's a
up.
character. They make up a character. And they use different people, and you can't. And some people can't even see that the two guys aren't even the same fucking guys. Fucking the guy that's supposedly got in custody now doesn't even look like the guy who jumped off the roof. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they could have
They
faked
didn't-
this whole news bullshit.
They didn't change the script much from Donald Trump to this character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the first guy 2.0.
It was
Wouldn't be
almost as-
surprised if they say he kills himself in jail.
There's a patsy.
Right.
There's a.
But it was like similar ballistics to Donald Trump, right? You know what I'm saying?
The
What
guys-
he was
the
saying,
guy
similar
there-
ballistics.
Are you guys thinking
If there
out
is-
loud or what?
I think they are, man. I don't know how they know what's going on.
There's no
Sounds like-
filter.
Sounds like a couple fucking bees inside of a jug. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about, man?
That was
They could
closer to a
sassy
murmur.
Wall.
We could all become patsies. We might all become patsies pretty soon.
Oh, I know.
Set us
I'm gonna-
all up somehow.
I'm gonna change my name to Patsy, and I'm gonna tuck my wiener, and I'm gonna sing Barbie Girl into a hairbrush. That's what I'm
Holy
gonna
shit!
do.
Yeah, you get it.
You need a robe and a dagger for your new pictures.
Monkey cat Patsy, right?
Right. Kind of
We actually had a
There you go, Monkey. Since I know you're watching,
Is Monkey in there? Monkey's
He
my
was.
friend. He's my friend now.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a new best friend now
Yeah.
too?
I have a
Both of
new
you
best friend.
guys.
Monkey,
know.
cat, Pat. We had a really good discussion the other night.
Patsy.
You like it? Look at there.
Don't worry, Craig already trimmed me and you out on classes like
What is
we're
it?
an idiot. Eagles
What-
Landing.
Is that
Okay.
your white privilege card or what is that?
That's a good question.
It's a
Isn't it?
secret area up here north on the border.
Well, it's not very secret if they have a big card with a fucking logo.
Nobody knows what it means, but I
Turn
can
it
tell
around
you
and
what
see
it,
the address.
Yeah, that's it.
tell you what it means. But
Big club, and we ain't in it.
it's just a
Oh,
business
my-
card.
Yeah,
How many
here's
times you
the-
slid that through your butt crack.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, yes. You seen that thing with 50 states, one Israel?
Yeah. I've
That's
heard of
what we've got. There's 250 of our fucking legislators over in Israel right now, over there
Up on the
humping and
walls.
kissing that wall and shit.
Yeah.
dude, and they got this thing. This has got like this bridge made out of an American flag, and it says 50 states, one Israel. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit supposed to be? I'm like, this is not good.
There are 250 congressmen and women in Israel right now for the 50 states, one Israel conference. Are you kidding me? Could they make their mission any clearer? They want to own us. They do own us. Our 50 states are their 50 states right now. They bring these guys in for their little re-education camp. They're all expenses paid for a trip. That's what they constantly try to do. They push all this stuff on them. And the big slogan, the big name, 50 states, one Israel. What do you think that means? We're one nation that is the United States of America. I don't want anything to do with Israel. Why are we so concerned with them? It's because we're bought and paid for, because most of these people are probably on camera with little kids from Epstein. It just blows my mind. How much more obvious could it be? And are y'all really in support of this? What if that said 50 states, one Saudi Arabia? Would y'all be in support of that? 50 states, one China. Would you be in support of that? No. Because this is America. This is the United States of America. This isn't the United States of Israel. At least it shouldn't be. It's looking more and more like that. But yet this is the sick reality we live in, where our congressmen and women are more concerned about what's going on over there than they are about what's happening here on our home soil. That's the sick reality we live in.
He ain't fucking wrong, bro. He ain't wrong at all.
Yeah, Rome loves Israel.
Who does?
You said Rome.
Rome?
Room, if you want.
Freudian slip there.
I told you Israel owns Rome.
It's the
The
JJs.
Rothschilds pretty much own the fucking Vatican. The Vatican's in debt to the Rothschilds up to their asshole.
Yeah.
I've been dying to say that word Vatican and tie it in. Like, I don't know, but it has to be good versus evil. And so I don't even know what that means, but I do know that there's a lot of knowledge out there that conceptually would change the world. Like this Patel guy, don't even show me his face, drive me nuts. Break my concentration. Yeah, so Cash Patel doesn't even do it right. He doesn't have the wonky eyes.
Serious.
Yeah, one's supposed to be pointing off in space and shit, right? It's the demoralization. If you look at it, it's just demoralization. And what it is me and Sav and you guys, we're trying to read between the lines and take what they're telling us for face value. Don't you feel like there's nothing you can do, right?
I haven't
You know
broke
what I
my
mean?
brow.
The whole point, well, I don't know if you care enough to worry about it, but I do, man. I'm out here auditing fucking cops all day, dude. Like, you know, and part of it is I get off on it. But at the same time, man, because, like I said, the First Amendment, I have the right to speak. And so at 9:30 tonight, I was making sure of it. And sure enough, I got checked and told by the cops that, you know, you should calm down because someone called the cops. I said, I was speaking literally about the First Amendment. And I was saying, what I was saying, Saab, was that anybody wants to come down here and speak their mind, you're safe. As long as you're here with me, you can speak your mind and I'll make sure. I was guaranteeing their safety. You come down and speak. And then the cop showed up. Told me how wrong I was. Like,
Did you
make
get
this
it
shit
on,
up.
Did you get it on video?
No.
You got a
No,
First
it wasn't.
Amendment right?
Well, yeah, I do, because I claim to be American, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you're
That
in
means I
Canada.
get all it.
They have the
It doesn't
charter.
matter. If I'm an American, they have to obey by my rules.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It's where you
Dude,
are.
I listen, I identify as an American, okay? Where's the camera?
They have the charter of rights of.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. But no, you're not. You're even if you identify as an American or you are an American, you have to observe the fucking customs and rules of
where your feet are,
where you're at, man.
Well, tell that to the Israelis.
They own the whole place, dude. How can we say
Yeah,
no?
why? They own this. We gave it to them. We fell asleep a long time ago.
Yep.
Whatever happened to
now,
taxation?
a whole bunch of people are going to have to sacrifice their lives again.
Right.
That tree of liberty. Because
Right.
I'll tell you what, they're really gunning hard. They're really going hard right now. I'm seeing all of the Israel apologetics coming on here. And listen, conflating this bullshit about criticizing another government's control and manipulation of our government is nothing to do with the race of the people of that fucking country. Okay,
Well
if it was
said.
China, you'd be throwing a fit. If it was Russia, you'd be throwing a fit, like you did when you said Donald Trump was being fucked with by Russia, right? You thought that was terrible having another country's influence in your country's politics, but it's okay if it's fucking Israel because you're scared of being called an anti-Semite. Let me tell you something. Just say that word to yourself 100 times. Just say it repeatedly, and it will lose all fucking meaning to you. That's what they've done. They've used it so fucking much to cover everything. Oh, anti-Semite, yeah, but you bashed that old woman's head in. Well, you're just saying it because I'm Jewish. No, it's because of what you fucking did. Doesn't matter who you are. Sit there.
So the next,
it's no better than somebody said, "Oh, you locked up my son because he's black." No, it was because he murdered those people.
Or you shot him because he was black. No, it's because he stole a car, murdered 2 people, and was in a high-speed chase.
Same thing. So that's not, they're using that bullshit over and over and over, and they use this calling people a fucking anti-Semite. It's like it's going to do something. People are afraid that somebody's going to call them that. And anymore, it's lost its effect. People are going, fuck you. Who cares what you think? Who cares what you think? And that's where I'm at with it. I've been at that point for a long time. I don't give a fuck. I'm allowed
we're proof.
to criticize whoever the fuck I want to, man.
That's right. That's right. We're all proof of it because, we're careful. Like, you don't spread hate, Sob. You know what I mean, bro?
I just
you state the obvious, man. You're Captain Obvious. Someone called you Captain Obvious earlier in the week.
Captain Obvious.
Well, he's just speaking about
somebody else.
but he's just speaking about the truth.
Right. So the reality of this whole thing is that I'm going to have to get off here in just a second. But there is way too much influence by that despotic little country. Now, do I think that they were involved in killing Charlie Kirk? Absolutely not, because Charlie Kirk wasn't really killed. I'm pretty sure of that. Pretty fucking sure of that. So you know, there's people out there, they want to get caught up in the emotion. They'll say, "Oh, that's disrespectful. What about poor Mrs. Kirk?" Poor Mrs. Kirk didn't rehearse very well for the funeral. I'm sorry. That was some of the worst acting I've ever seen. I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it. And why? Because it's being sold to me by a bunch of fucking liars with an agenda. That's why. So when I see bullshit, I'm going to call bullshit. And this whole thing stinks like a truckload of manure.
Absolutely.
This ain't no good. This ain't no good. It's obvious. It's very obvious that they're trying to get people in one of two camps. They want people arguing about which guy was the shooter. They want people arguing about left versus right, whatever they can get. They're within those parameters so they can get sides drawn or something. I don't know what their fucking goal totally is, but I know they want chaos.
Absolutely. That's their motto.
Well, they got everybody worked up through emotion. And that's the best way to get people to act. How do you get people to be reactionary? You make them emotional.
Scared, make them fearful.
You find that most abuse cases with cops, using excessive force and shit like that, it's due to their feelings getting hurt. They can't keep their fucking emotions out of it. People get their emotions involved, that's when they start becoming reactionary and not actionable.
Yeah, it's when I fuck up out there is when I start getting emotional and I stop thinking properly.
You don't think rationally, and they count on that. And so if you're buying this whole fucking story, you're not thinking rationally. That's all. You're thinking from a place of fifis. You want it to be true. See, that's when I come out and I say this kind of shit, and so people say, "That's awful. You said he didn't really die." Wait, that should be a good thing, don't you think? Isn't it great when somebody doesn't really die? Huh? You want him to have died. That's a bad thing.
Now, what about the girls? That's what I hear now. If he died, he's putting his children through hell, from what I understand.
Well,
I
was that even a real family? Was that even a real fucking family? I mean, come on. We went through 8 years of a guy with his husband posing as a woman with 2 kids that weren't theirs, sitting right in front of us in the goddamn White House, for crying out loud.
Oh, interesting. I'll never forget that G Ring when she was groping that dead mannequin or whatever, and she had that. I'll never forget that. I don't take it personal, man. Each their own, but at some point you got to know that we're all just useful goyim at this point, right? Like it's too late. They've already taken over every fucking thing. You know, if they're controlling BlackRock and Vanguard and shit like that, then we're way under the tide.
We could
But
turn
I
this
still don't
around.
give.
We can turn this around in a week.
Fucking right, we can, man.
You can
It's
turn it
just an
around in a
idea.
week, and you don't have to do nothing except do nothing. That's it.
Run for the border, Snowman.
That's it. Anyway, I gotta
I'm
get
going
off.
north.
I gotta get myself.
No, I'm going
fed.
further north.
Can you answer one question for me, Saab, before you go?
Yeah.
Since you're the cookie master, can you tell me why that like Oreos, like hard cookies, like Oreos, pretty much a prime example. When you leave them out, they get soft, right? But if you leave like a soft chocolate chip cookie, it always gets hard. Like, why do you suppose that is?
I don't know. That is kind of weird, isn't it?
It's a weird mystery, isn't it?
I know that, the dry cookie will absorb moisture in the air.
The moist cookie won't.
And the moist cookie will evaporate the moisture into the air.
Well, I knew you guys could figure that out for me. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Mr. Wizard.
Science. It's gravity.
I knew I came here for a reason.
You learned something.
See,
I always learn something.
When you multiply gravity times refractive gravillax squared, see, then that gives you the flux capacitor ratio that you need in order to figure out the dilation between the dry.
Coriolis, don't forget that.
Yeah, there's Coriolis goes in there too. You'll note that one side of the cookie, usually the one facing east.
You got to go 88 miles.
Good to see you guys. Good to see everybody.
Finally. I've been searching my whole life.
Good to see everybody in chat too.
You too, man.
Cookies are demons, Peter says. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming up tonight, everyone. It's good. It was a good show. I had a good time. Everybody showed up in the chat. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to donate to the show, the Cash App and PayPal are in that little scroll going. There's a link down in the description. Of course, you're not obligated. So, if you like what you see here and you want to help support the show, by all means, go ahead. If not, hey, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. It's cool anyway. We'll see you next time. Don't forget, Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him. And don't forget, if you hear the shot, it probably wasn't meant for you. We'll talk to you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Have a good night.